Buongiorno, classe! Good morning, class. Are you deaf this morning?
No, teacher. We couldn't understand what you were trying to tell us.
Oh no! So, today we will talk about the ways of greeting in Italian. Also, I will start speaking in Italian, but if you don't understand, you can interrupt me, okay?
Oh my God. The situation is becoming very difficult.
Something wrong, James?
No, teacher. Everything is fine.
Ok, very good. Let's start, or rather, iniziamo. Il saluto più utilizzato in italiano è ciao, che in inglese corrisponde a hi oppure hello. Si utilizza per parlare, ad esempio, con i propri amici, in quanto è un'espressione davvero semplice da utilizzare in ogni momento della giornata.
Okay, teacher. For me, ciao is the new hello.
Very good, James. But let's move on. L'espressione salve corrisponde all'inglese hello, ma è utilizzato in contesti formali. Do you know what I mean by formal context?
Yes, teacher. For example, when we talk to a person we don't know?
Molto bene, James. Ma viene ad esempio anche utilizzato per parlare con delle autorità.
What are the autorita?
For example, they are the people who govern a nation or the police. Il termine arrivederci corrisponde all'inglese goodbye e si utilizza per salutare quando stiamo andando via. For example, before leaving a shop and returning home, I say arrivederci.
Wow, arrivederci. Is it like in the famous Italian popular song, Arrivederci Roma?
Very good, James. Do you like Italian songs?
Yes, I love them.
Le altre espressioni che gli italiani utilizzano sono buongiorno, buon pomeriggio, buonasera e buonanotte. Questi termini vengono utilizzati in base al momento della giornata. For example, buongiorno is used in the morning, buon pomeriggio after lunch, buonasera before and after dinner, and buonanotte when we want to go to sleep. They correspond to English good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
I guess I'll have to buy a watch.
Le ultime due espressioni sono buona giornata e buona serata. They are equivalent to English a good day and a good evening. I'll give you a small example. Imagine the grandfather and the grandson meeting after a while. It's afternoon. The grandson says, buon pomeriggio, nonno. And the grandfather, buon pomeriggio a te, tesoro. For example, if the grandson had arrived in the evening before leaving, how would he have greeted his grandfather?
Ciao?
Yes, James, or
Arrivederci.
perfect, James. Very good. Instead, imagine two friends meeting in the park. How will they greet each other?
This is easy. They are my friends, so they just say ciao.
What if a police officer arrives at the park? How could the two children greet him?
Salve, and then arrivederci.
Very good. So let's briefly repeat the Italian expressions to say hello. Let's repeat them together with this nursery rhyme. Ciao se mi sei amico. Salve se ti conosco poco. Buongiorno se il sole è appena spuntato. Buonanotte se è tramontato. Buon pomeriggio dopo mezzogiorno. Arrivederci se a casa ritorno. Buonasera prima e dopo la cena e aggiungi buon per augurare una giornata serena. Well, don't forget to greet your friends in Italian. See you tomorrow.
Arrivederci, teacher, e buona giornata. buongiorno.
Buongiorno ragazzo, come posso esserti utile?
I'm very hungry. I would like a pizza, please.
Ah, sei inglese. Io parlo poco l'inglese. Va bene se tu mi parlerai in inglese e io ti risponderò in italiano?
Sure, perfect. Today I learned to say ciao in Italian. I am studying to learn the language. For example, I know that before I leave the shop, I have to say arrivederci e buona giornata.
Ma sei davvero bravo. Adesso dimmi, che pizza vorresti mangiare?
Margherita pizza. What ingredients does it have?
La margherita è la pizza italiana per eccellenza. I suoi ingredienti principali sono pomodoro, mozzarella e basilico?
Oh, great. Can I have a piece?
Certo. Ecco a te.
Thanks a lot. Much appreciated. Before saying arrivederci, I want to taste another pizza. What do you suggest me?
Vediamo un po'. Che ne dici della diavola?
What? Diavola? Does it have anything to do with the devil? Is it dangerous?
Dangerous. Niente affatto. È solo una pizza un po' piccante.
Oh, I see. Salve, signor. Have you tried Mr. Luigi's pizza?
Good morning to you. Of course, she is famous throughout the city.
Oh, next time you come back, take the pizza, margarita.
Have you already tasted pizza with mushrooms?
Not yet. Why?
I'll tell you in Italian, gli la più buona del mondo.
Then I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you. Buona giornata.
Buona giornata anche ti ragazzo.
Good morning, class! Yesterday we learned how to greet someone in Italian. Do you remember?
Yes, teacher. In Italian, a class is greeted by saying buongiorno.
Very good. Today, however, we will study how to ask someone how they are. It is really useful in conversations. I will immediately start speaking in Italian, but do not worry. I will help you in the most complex sentences.
We hope so.
Don't worry, James. The Italians say quando il gioco si fa duro, i duri iniziano a giocare. Dunque, partiamo dalla domanda come stai, che corrisponde in inglese a how are you. In Italian, the verb stare is used to indicate a particular condition, including health.
Come stai is also used for formal language?
Great question, James. In formal language, we use instead come sta.
Perfect. So we just remove the E from stai.
Exactly. Adesso proviamo anche a rispondere. Le forme più comuni sono molto bene, in inglese very well, bene, in inglese well, così così per gli inglesi it's alright, ed infine non molto bene, che corrisponde all'inglese not very well, e male, ovvero I feel bad. Very simple, right?
Yes, it's really simple.
Perfect! You can look at the table on the board to easily find the correct word. Let's try some examples. Imagine having to ask a sick person how he is. What could he answer you?
It could say non sto molto bene or sto male.
Exactly! You can also look at the example on the board. One of the two scenes in the comic is very similar to the one I just asked you to imagine.
Yes, the person in the comic, sta male.
Exactly! What if, on the other hand, the sick person felt better after a few days?
He will say it feels bene.
Yes, but also così così. Yet another example. Look carefully at the blackboard. Look at the panel on the left below. There are two characters, and one asks the other, Come stai? What does the woman with the blue shirt answers?
She says sto bene.
Exactly! Now, let's try to give an example here in the classroom. James, ask your partner Elizabeth how she's doing.
Elizabeth, come stai?
Molto bene, thank you.
Very good, Elizabeth. You can also use another form identical to come stai or come va. The possible answers in both cases are the same.
Come va? This form is also easier.
One last thing, we must never forget to thank. In Italian it says grazie. So remember, in Italian you ask come stai informal or come sta formal, and you reply by saying molto bene, bene, così, così, non molto bene, male. See you tomorrow, class. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci, teacher. Ciao, I'm James. Come stai?
Non molto bene. Sono caduta mentre andavo in bici.
Would you like if I take you home?
You would be really nice.
You speak very good English.
Yes, I have been studying at school for many years. You don't speak Italian instead?
I've been studying Italian for a few days.
Ah well. Then I will speak to you in Italian, so as to help you. You, if you want, can answer me in English.
It would be perfect. Where do you live?
Lungo la strada c'è un piccolo supermercato. Io abito in un palazzo giallo, alla sua sinistra.
Good morning, madam.
Ciao James. Chiamami Maria e grazie per aver accompagnato Barbara. Sei inglese?
Yes, I arrived in Italy a few days ago. I'm studying Italian.
Molto bene allora. Dai, entrate in casa a riposarvi, perfetto.
Thank you, Mrs. Maria.
Buongiorno, classe.
Buongiorno, teacher.
Today we will study how to introduce yourself in Italian. Since I haven't introduced myself yet, I'll also tell you my name. In Italian, whoever asks the question says come ti chiami, which corresponds in English to what's your name. Those who answer, on the other hand, say mi chiamo and add their name. It corresponds to the English my name is. Let's make a practical example immediately. Io mi chiamo Bianca. Tu come ti chiami?
My name is James.
James, in Italian, please.
Ah, sure. Mi chiamo James.
Very good. Now, imagine that you meet a friend of yours who is with another person. After you have talked for a few minutes, you can ask the person you don't know. Tu chi sei? And he will answer you with his name. It corresponds to the English who are you?
A great way to make new friends.
Of course, but now I will continue the lesson in Italian.
Oh no, I thought she forgot.
James, are you done grumbling? Do you want to become like Grumpy from the Snow White cartoon? By the way, who can tell me what the 7 dwarfs are called?
Si chiama Duck, Grumpy, Sleepy, Bashful, Sneezy, Happy, e Dopey.
Oh no, si chiama James, ma si chiamano perché sono molti. Le forme plurali sono loro chi sono oppure come vi chiamate e corrispondono all'inglese who are they oppure what is your name. Io utilizzo la frase come vi chiamate per conoscere tutti i vostri nomi.
Fantastic, teacher. So, to ask the names of all my companions, I'll have to say, come vi chiamate?
Esatto! Ricordate che al singolare la forma è come ti chiami, you, o come si chiama, he, she. Per quest'ultima forma potrete utilizzare anche tu chi sei. Si risponde dicendo mi chiamo, I, oppure sono, I. E per la terza persona, lei, lui, si chiama. La domanda utilizzata per la forma plurale è come vi chiamate? Voi, oppure loro chi sono? They. E si risponde dicendo noi siamo. We, oppure loro sono. They. For today the lesson ends here. Now you can take a 10-minute break. Arrivederci.
What's your name?
Mi chiamo Matteo, and you?
Mi chiamo James. Come si chiamano I tuoi genitori?
Si chiamano Lisa e Francesco. Your parents?
Si chiamano Alice and Tom.
Sono inglesi?
Yes, I'm English too, but we moved to Italy.
Ah, io sono nato in Inghilterra, ma I miei genitori sono italiani. Infatti parlo abbastanza bene sia l'italiano che l'inglese. Ma I miei genitori preferiscono farmi seguire anche un corso di lingua italiana.
Oh, awesome! You can help me then.
It will certainly be a real pleasure. The Italians say, chi trova un amico trova un tesoro. I am very happy to have met you. We will become very good friends.
Of course, but now recess is over, and math class begins.
Ciao, James. Come stay. What did you study today in the Italian lessons?
Ciao, Mama. I have learned to ask come ti chiami.
Awesome. You're learning really fast. Do you mind if, before going home, we go shopping?
No, Mom, no problem.
Loro sono I suoi due cagnolini. Si chiamano Fox e Achille. They are really beautiful.
They're very colorful.
James, would you be good enough to go find tomato sauce? In the meantime, I'm going to get the pasta.
Molto bene, Mama. No problem. Here I am, Mom. I'm back.
Luckily, James. I was getting worried. Where did you go?
To get the tomato sauce, Mom. Oh no! I forgot to take it.
Buongiorno cari ragazzi. Come state?
Molto bene. Lei come sta?
Molto bene anche io, grazie. Well, today I will teach you how to say how old are you in Italian.
Teacher, won't you speak Italian today?
You're right, James. I will immediately start speaking in Italian. Oggi, come vi dicevo poco fa, vi dirò come chiedere l'età agli italiani e come comunicare loro anche la vostra. In Italia si dice quanti anni hai, che corrisponde alla forma inglese How old are you?
Quanti anni hai, teacher?
Do you know what the Italians say? A woman should never be asked about her age. However, I think it is very nonsense. Io ho 38 anni.
What does it mean, 38?
In English, it is 38.
Then you are really young, teacher.
Did you think I was older?
Oh no, teacher. Excuse me.
Stay quiet, James. I appreciate sincerity. Bene, riprendiamo il discorso. L'età è anche un numero, quindi sarà molto utile studiare insieme i numeri per esprimere l'età. In questa tabella potrete vedere i numeri da 0 che è uguale in inglese fino a 20, ovvero l'inglese 20. Adesso leggerò insieme a voi i numeri da 1 a 20. 0, 0, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17. 18, 18. 19, 19. 20, 20. They are not difficult. You just have to practice.
Oh, but they seem like a lot.
Tranquillo, James. È la stessa quantità che c'è in inglese. Ti basterà seguire lo schema. Adesso, invece, faremo le decine. The tens are the numbers. 10, 10. 20, 12. 30, 30. 40, 40. 50, 50. 60, 60. 70, 70. 80, 80. 90, 90. 100, 100. These numbers will help you to understand the age of people older than you. Just add the 10, for example, 20, with the unit, for example, 2. The total is 22.
So teacher, you have 30 plus 8. 38.
Molto bene, James. Quanti anni hanno i tuoi compagni?
10 anni, like me.
Quanti anni invece avevate lo scorso anno?
9 anni, teacher, and next year 11 anni.
Great! You also need to remember that some numbers are apostrophized, such as 20 anni or 30 anni.
40 anni, 50 anni.
Very good, James. You are becoming an Italian. Remember that the largest numbers are obtained by adding 10 to the unit. So if I add the 10 50 to the unit 2, I get 52. Good! It's time to go home. See you tomorrow. Arrivederci, class.
Arrivederci, teacher, and buona giornata.
Buongiorno a tutti, ragazzi.
Buongiorno, teacher.
Are you ready for a new lesson?
Così così.
Well, James, I see you remember previous lessons. Inizio subito a parlarvi in italiano.
Wow, exciting!
Oggi studieremo come fare per esprimere la propria nazionalità. In Italia ci sono 2 modi di porre la domanda, ovvero di dove sei, che corrisponde all'inglese Where are you from? Oppure da dove vieni, che corrisponde all'inglese Where do you come from? The first question expresses nationality. For example, io sono americano. And the second one expresses belonging to a nation, or vengo dagli USA.
Io vengo dall'England. England.
You're almost there, James. Deve però sapere che l'inglese from in italiano si può dire in modi differenti. Ad esempio, si dice vengo da New York, oppure vengo dal Giappone, o ancora vengo dagli Stati Uniti, o infine vengo dalla Spagna. In the next few lessons, we will study prepositions, which will help you understand how to use the masculine and feminine nouns, singular and plural. For now, however, let's focus on nationalities.
Wow, we really have a lot of things to learn.
That's right, James. Better not waste time. Before starting with the examples, you can look at the chart on the board. There are various examples on various nations and nationalities.
Yes, teacher. According to the scheme, if a person comes from Germania, is Tedesca. True?
That's right, James. Search within the same table to see how we can define a person who comes dalla Russia.
This person might say, Io sono russa.
Really very good, James. Now, let's try to do some sentences of the exercises reported in the following examples. James, could you read the first one?
Yes. Sergio viene dall'Italia e parla, italiana?
Italiana? Are you sure? The language is Italiana, but what does he speak?
Lui parla italiano.
Eccellente, James. Bisogna prestare davvero molta attenzione. Adesso prova a leggere la lettera F.
Rebecca e Anya sono portoghesi e parlano portoghese?
Ci sei quasi. Non portoghese, ma portoghese. Se una persona proviene dall'Islanda, di che nazionalità è?
Islandese.
Bene, James. Tu e i tuoi genitori, da dove venite?
Noi siamo inglesi e veniamo dall'Inghilterra.
Io sono italiana, ma i miei genitori sono inglesi. Per questo motivo parlo sia l'italiano che l'inglese e insegno italiano ormai da molti anni.
Oh wow, it's really cool to know a lot of languages.
Sì, è davvero fantastico.
Ciao Mama, I'm back. Come stai?
Bene James, e tu?
Molto bene. What are you cooking?
I'm making sushi and couscous and I'll be preparing pasta for tonight.
What nationality is the sushi?
The sushi is Japanese.
Il sushi viene dal Giappone. È giapponese.
Wow, add couscous.
Il couscous viene dal North Africa. Oh no, I can't answer in this case.
Why don't you take your geography text and check how they say it in Italian?
Sure, Mom. Good idea. Il couscous viene dal Nord Africa ed è nordafricano.
Fantastic. Would you like to play a game?
What game, Mom?
I will tell you a capital of the world and you will tell me what nationality an inhabitant will have. Do you like?
Okay, let's get started.
Paris.
One of its inhabitants viene da Parigi ed è parigese.
Oh no, Parigese. Check your book.
I was wrong. The right shape is perigino.
Good, and if you consider the nation.
Lui è francese e viene dalla Francia.
Really very good. Let's try another place. Madrid.
Madrid. This is simple. A citizen of this city viene da Madrid.
What is his nationality?
Lui viene dalla Spagna ed è spagnolo.
And what is his language?
Spagnolo.
Very good, James. Now let's make the game more complicated. I will tell you the name of an object and you will tell me its nationality and where it comes from. Where is the Statue of Liberty located?
It is in New York and è americana.
Great. And the Colosseum?
Il Colosseo è italiano.
And London Bridge?
Il London Bridge è inglese, like me.
Well, now let's eat.
Mom, you forgot to ask me about the nationality of the pasta. La pasta è italiana. I love it.
Buon pomeriggio. Io sono Daniele. Come posso esserti utile?
Buon pomeriggio, Daniele. Io sono James e sono inglese. I would like to make a gift for my mom and buy her an Italian book.
Ok, questi libri sono inglesi. Quelli del secondo reparto invece sono italiani.
Okay, thanks. Io vengo dalla Luna. Excuse me, Daniele, but where's the Luna nation located?
Oh no. Luna it's a moon. The satellite of the Earth.
Oh, the moon. What's the book about?
Good idea. Buona giornata, James. A presto.
Oh, that's great. I choose this book, so if my mom doesn't like it, I'll read it.
It's a really interesting science fiction story. Its characters are fantastic and it takes place in space.
Arrivederci, Daniele. I will be back in a few days.
Buongiorno, classe.
Buongiorno, teacher.
James, can you tell me how to say teacher in Italian?
Unfortunately, no, teacher.
Good. We will study it today. Today I will explain the way to ask in Italian what you do in life. Iniziamo! L'inglese what do you do in life in italiano diventa cosa fai nella vita e si risponde dicendo sono più la professione oppure faccio più la professione.
Well, cosa fai nella vita, teacher?
Io sono un insegnante oppure io faccio l'insegnante. In Italy, the elementary school teacher can also be called maestra.
Oh, so from today, I'll say buongiorno, maestra.
Very good, James. In italiano si può anche utilizzare una domanda simile a cosa fai nella vita quando l'interlocutore, the interlocutor, is the one with whom we are talking. Ipotizziamo che potrebbe lavorare oppure studiare. In questo caso si può dire studi o lavori e si può ad esempio rispondere studio filosofia oppure lavoro come insegnante.
Io sono studente. Very easy.
Excellent! It can also be assumed that the interlocutor does both, that is, that he is studying, for example, engineering, and that he is working, for example, in a bar.
Wow, this person is very brave.
Yes, but it can also happen that a professor continues to study, for example, doing a different faculty. Look at the example below in the first table, James. How could he answer the question cosa fai nella vita? Oppure cosa fai qui a Roma? You can, for example, also use the city where you study or work.
He could answer insegno ingegneria e studio filosofia.
Esatto! In questo caso potresti anche usare il termine nel frattempo, in inglese in the meantime, to give the idea that the two things happen simultaneously.
Oh, okay. Io studio e, nel frattempo, lavoro to play.
Oh no, James. In your case, playing is not a job, but a hobby.
Ah, right.
Good! From the following table, you can understand that in the various questions the tenses can also change. Posso, ad esempio, chiedere ad una persona che non studia più che università hai fatto, dove l'hai fatta, che corrispondono in inglese a What university did you go to? Or Where did you do it?
Oh, maestra, che università hai fatto? And dove l'hai fatta?
Io ho studiato scienze della formazione primaria e lingue a Roma.
Wow, Rome! There's the Colosseum, the Trevi Fountain.
Have you ever been there, James?
No, my mom always tells me that she was in Rome a long time ago.
Ah, fantastico! One day you will go too.
I hope so.
In the following table are some of the most frequent subjects in university degree programs, like lingue, linguistics, matematica, math, letteratura, literature, filosofia, philosophy, storia, history, storia dell'arte, history of art, etc.
Oh, I love Mathematica. There are so many numbers. I will become like Einstein.
Yes, James, but first you will have to study really hard. Well, in the next table you can find the biggest questions about work, both to ask what job you do, but also to know where or, for example, how much you earn. Ad esempio, lavori? Do you work? Da quanto lavori lì? How long have you been working? Quanto ti pagano? How much are they paying? Etc. Always follow the chart to use other questions.
See, maestra? In the next table, there are also the most frequent jobs, like architetto, attore or attrice, avvocato or avvocatessa, etc.
Molto bene, ragazzi. La lezione termina qui. A domani!
Buona giornata, maestra.
Good morning, class! Today I am pleased to introduce a new student who will be joining us in our lessons. Come on, come here and tell us what's your name. Or, in Italian, vieni qui e dici come ti chiami.
Ciao a tutti, mi chiamo Franz.
Buongiorno, ragazzi!
Buongiorno.
Where is James?
Eccomi, scusate il ritardo.
James, where have you been?
I spent all night writing my article. Scusate.
Sounds perfect for today's lesson. You will make up for it by answering my questions.
Va bene, di cosa parliamo?
Dimmi, James, cosa fai nel tempo libero?
Beh, partecipo al corso di giornalismo.
Quanto tempo passi al corso?
2 ore alla settimana e poi continuo a scrivere a casa.
Well, today we are talking about hobbies and free time. Cosa fai nel tempo libero? How else could I ask this question?
I think we could say cosa ti piace fare.
Corretto, but we can also say come passi il tempo. So we have cosa fai, come passi, and cosa ti piace. 3 very important verbs to understand. James, do you know what fare stands for?
It's the Italian version of to do. Io faccio, tu fai, egli fa, noi facciamo, voi fate, essi facciano.
Essi fanno. Be careful. And what about passare?
I verdits used as a translation of let go.
Yes, passare la parola, for example. But in this case, it stands for pass, referring to the passage of time. The more similar verb in English is spend. How do you spend your free time? Becomes come passi il tuo tempo libero? What about piacere, friends?
We have already seen it. It means to like.
It is great that you remember it. Piacere has to be conjugated according to the object it refers to. Mi piace lo sport, ma non mi piacciono I videogiochi. I like sports, but I don't like video games.
In realtà mi piacciono entrambi.
Is there anything you like more than anything else, James?
Yes, I think it's writing.
Well, then you can say amo scrivere. You can use amare as a superlative form of piacere. Tu che cosa ami, friends?
Io non lo so in realtà. Mi piace molto disegnare, ma non so se lo amo.
Bene. Do you remember how to translate the tense of a verb when you have to say that you like to do something?
Playing guitar becomes suonare la chitarra. Run becomes correre. Swim is nuotare.
Bravo! We are done for today. Come passerete il pomeriggio?
Non lo so.
Perché non andiamo al cinema, friends?
A me piace molto il cinema.
Io amo andare al cinema.
Ecco, abbiamo trovato qualcosa che ami. Arrivederci, ragazzi!
Che ne pensi di questo? Disegno creativo per il fumetto. You said you like to draw.
Lo so, ma
Come on, Franz. I'm trying to help you. There must be something you'd like to do.
I don't know if he would spend all hours every day drawing. How did you choose yours?
My father had an old guitar, and it seemed a shame not to learn to play it.
My mother is a very nice camera.
Ti piace scattare foto?
Ho letto dei libri a riguardo e conosco molti fotografi davvero fantastici.
Maybe you will become one of them.
Forse, but tell me more about the music.
Come on, we need to find a hobby for you, not write an essay about mine.
Passi molto tempo suonando nel tempo libero?
Sì, 2 ore al giorno.
Quindi ami suonare la chitarra?
You really liked this verb. You don't have to love everything. Maybe you will in the future. The important thing is to give yourself a chance. Listen, at first I didn't like playing guitar. It was really difficult. But then I met with friends to play with. I learned my favorite songs. Oggi posso dire che amo suonare la chitarra.
James, Franz,
Claudio!
cosa fate qui?
Franz sceglie un corso per il tempo libero.
Che coincidenza, anche io sono qui per iscrivermi.
Cosa ti piace fare?
In realtà faccio già nuoto e tennis da alcuni anni, la sera invece mi piace giocare ai videogiochi.
How many hobbies? Cos'altro vuoi fare allora?
Beh, di recente ho visitato una mostra, e mi sono innamorato delle opere esposte.
Una mostra? Di quale artista?
Gabriele Basilico, un fotografo italiano molto famoso.
Ti piace la fotografia?
Da quando ho visitato la mostra. La amo.
Beh, che coincidenza! Anche io amo la fotografia.
Davvero? È fantastico? Iscriviamoci al corso, dai.
See, my friend, sometimes you just have to trust what you like. Then later, gets easier and easier.
You were right. Avanti, Claudio, parliamo con l'insegnante. Ho anche dei libri di fotografia, posso prestarteli.
Sarebbe fantastico.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Come è andato il weekend?
Benissimo. I finally played live with the group from the guitar course.
È fantastico! E tu, Franz?
I started the photography course. It was fun.
Ottimo! Today we continue with the everyday conversation lessons. Listen carefully. Via Filodrammatici numero 2, Milano. Can anyone tell me what this is?
Is it a home address?
Corretto! More precisely, it is the address of La Scala Theatre in Milan. Today, we will learn to ask someone where do they live and to give a correct home address in Italian. There are 3 different forms to ask someone where do you live, each with a different verb.
One of them is dove abitate. I heard it from an aunt who phoned my parents. At the singular second person it should be. Dove abiti?
Giusto! The other 2 are dove vivi and dove stai. Abitare, stare e vivere.
Stare, è tornato.
Yes, we have already met him asking come stai. In that case, it was referred to the physical condition of someone who is well or ill. In this context, it is used to indicate our current location. It is also the most informal expression of the 3. Bene, allora, dove vivi, Franz?
Vivo in Italia.
Oppure, what if I wanted to know the town you live in?
Io vivo a Prato.
What's the difference between vivere e abitare?
In this context, they mean the same. The difference between the 2 of them is that the verb abitare is more specific. It's mostly about where your home is. Care must be taken to use in and a correctly. They are called preposizioni semplici. In this context, they can be translated as the English in and at. The prepositions follow the characteristics of the name that they precede.
Per esempio, io vivevo negli Stati Uniti.
Bravo! Hai ricordato bene! The other question we will learn to ask today is qual è il tuo indirizzo? Or, in a more informal way, mi dai l'indirizzo? We can answer the question simply using the full home address. Qual è il tuo indirizzo? Via Filodrammatici numero 2, Milano.
Who is this guy who lives in the theater?
Il fantasma dell'opera, chiaramente.
What about the different types of houses?
There are several. Casa, appartamento, monolocale, palazzo.
What do you call those huge house with gardens that you see in the countries outside the city?
They are called villa. We need to practice. How about calling Mr. Valerio again?
Eccomi qui.
Bene, signor architetto giornalista Veliero. Dove vive?
Vivo a Roma, vicino al Colosseo, in una villa.
Può darmi il suo indirizzo di casa?
Certo, via Colosseo, N, 14, Roma.
When you give your address, you can also add the postal code.
I have no idea what the postal code of the Coliseum is.
Bene ragazzi, per oggi abbiamo finito. Arrivederci!
I can't believe you're going back to Germany.
Come on, it will be just for 2 weeks.
I just hope Anna stays here. I don't want to be alone. When are you leaving?
Tomorrow.
So early!
How about coming to my place? I man, before he leave, not in Germany. Let me show you the photos uno have taken so far.
Oh, right. Dove abiti?
A Prato.
No prendermi in giro. I va bene. Posso avere il tuo indizio?
Via Colosseo, N14, Roma, 422.913.
You're getting revenge for my pranks.
Ah, è via Galcianese, N25.
È vicinissimo. Andiamo. What can I say? The course seems to be working. These photos are beautiful.
Grazie. Avevi ragione, adesso credo di amare la fotografia.
And what about Claudio? You still don't like him?
S fine, I misjudged him. He also takes beautiful photos. There will be an exhibition of the course work very soon.
Non vedo l'ora.
You know, I'm going to take pictures for my older sister's wedding.
Matrimonio? Fantastico!
Yes, that's why we are going to Germany.
You never told me about Germany. Da quale città vieni?
Da Düsseldorf, abbiamo un appartamento. I miei genitori tornano spesso. Siamo in Italia per il lavoro di mio padre.
Puoi darmi l'indizio? And don't ask me, via Colosseo.
Ah, do you want to send mail?
So I can send you something.
Let me think, in italiano si traduce via Mozart. Mia sorella abita nell'appartamento sopra il nostro. La mia famiglia sta prendendo l'intero edificio.
Then I will come to Düsseldorf one day.
Certo.
Sia fatto tardi. Torno a casa. Ci vediamo tra 2 settimane allora.
Oh no, I forgot to warn Madame Bianca.
I will do it. You should rather worry about me. When you come back, I will have learned a lot of new things.
Oh, we'll see. I'm bringing my Italian books with me.
I accept the challenge.
Buongiorno a tutti!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Where's Franz? He didn't tell me he wasn't coming.
Oh, I forgot to warn you. He went back to Germany for a while. His sister is getting married.
What good news! Today I really wanted to talk to you about the family and how to present it in Italian. What a pity Franz is not here. La famiglia. Do you know what your family members are called in Italian, James?
Something like relativi?
I thought you'd say that. Relativo is a false friend in Italian. Relatives are called parenti.
It's pretty similar to parents. So, how do you say parents?
Parents are genitori.
It's going to be harder than expected.
We're only at the beginning, James. Now, look at the board. Here's Giovanni.
Hi, Giovanni.
Giovanni ha 2 genitori, una madre e un padre.
Mother and father. Facile.
Or we could also say una mamma e un papà.
He has two more?
No, mamma e papà stand for mom and dad.
Okay, let's go on.
La mamma e il papà di Giovanni hanno dei genitori. Who are these two for Giovanni?
Grandpadre e grandmadre.
Not really. In Italian they are called nonni. Nonno e nonna. Giovanni ha anche un fratello, Andrea, e una sorella, Lisa.
Fratello is brother, and sorella is sister. But how to say sibling without specifying the gender?
This is a bit strange for English speakers. Siblings is translated fratelli, just like the plural of the Italian brother.
Okay, I'm drawing the family tree to make sure I'm not wrong.
Ottima idea! So, Giovanni's father has a brother. What would Giovanni call him?
In English is uncle, so I don't know. Certainly, it's a totally different word.
Vero, but it will be easy. Zio, zia, zii. Il fratello del padre di Giovanni, chiamato Luca, è lo zio di Giovanni. Sua moglie, Sara, è la zia di Giovanni.
Ed insieme sono gli zii di Giovanni.
Esatto, ultime persone nella famiglia di Giovanni, Lara e Fabio.
By exclusion, will be the children of Giovanni's zii, Giovanni's cousins.
I cugini di Giovanni. Precisamente, Lara è la cugina e Fabio il cugino.
How would Giovanni's grandfather call Fabio and Lara? They are his grandchildren.
Here you have to be careful. Grandchildren are called nipoti. Nipote at singular. But nephews are called nipoti too.
Let me review my drawing. Lara, Fabio e Giovanni sono nipoti dei loro nonni, ma Lara e Fabio sono...
Lara e Fabio sono anche nipoti dei genitori di Giovanni.
In the sense of nephews.
Esatto. Draw as many family trees as you can, James, and always ask yourself who is who for who.
Sounds more like a tongue twister than an exercise. How is tongue twister called in Italian?
It is scioglilingua. Bene, buon scioglilingua, James. Alla prossima lezione.
So how was the wedding? Were your photos appreciated?
Quite well, some came out badly but fortunately uno got the most important moments right. He was terribly anxious. What about school? What am uno missing?
Oh, we met Giovanni's family.
Cosa? Chi è Giovanni?
Giovanni, i suoi genitori, i suoi fratelli.
Understood, you have studied the family and its members.
Esatto. Giovanni is our example to learn all the terms. I have never asked you, come si chiama tua sorella?
Si chiama Adele. È più grande di me di 13 anni.
Wow, so many years.
Yes, I am very small compared to my siblings.
I thought you just had a sister.
No, ho anche un fratello, si chiama Peter, ha 23 anni, 11 in più di me. But tell me, questo Giovanni ha una sorella?
Sì, un fratello e una sorella. La sorella si chiama Lisa, ma non è sposata.
Quindi Giovanni non ha un cognato?
What? What is a cognato? How can you know terms that I don't know?
I told you di study. My Italian book is really comprehensive, and when I'm alone here I spend my time going over the glossary. Anyway, cognato means brother-in-law. Es my sister's husband.
Is he an okay guy?
Yes, he's very nice to me.
It's so boring here. There's no guitar course this week, and Anna has gone out of town.
I'm having a lot of fun. Ho incontrato i miei cugini dopo tanti mesi.
Quanti sono?
5.
Wow, you have a large family.
Sì, mio padre ha 2 sorelle. Una di loro ha 2 figli, Albert e Benjamin. L'altra ne ha 3, Bertrand, Matilda and Carl.
Io ho pochi parenti.
Are they in the Stati Uniti?
Most of them. Qui ho uno zio, ma non ha figli.
Ieri i miei genitori parlavano con i miei zii. They're coming to visit Stati Uniti this summer. You will be able to meet them all.
I would love it. Cosa farai questa sera?
I think I'm going to edit the videos uno to cut the party. If I do it right uno might be asked to be the photographer at some other party one day. When I come back uno will show you what I have done.
Great. What was your best shot?
Assolutamente i miei nonni che ballano musica da discoteca.
We won't get out of here until we have a definite plan for the summer. I have no intention of spending it all in the city. There will be scorching temperatures.
Don't be anxious, Jim. You won't miss your first Italian summer. So, the first interesting date is this: 24 giugno, quando andremo per una settimana in Liguria con i miei genitori.
Do we already know what we're going to visit?
Per qualche giorno saremo a Genova, then we will take a trip in stage in a beautiful territory named Cinque Terre.
I've heard about it. It sounds like a really nice place.
Oh sì, il Parco delle Cinque Terre è un sito UNESCO dal 1997, è incantevole.
Perfecto. When will we be back in Prato instead?
Dal 1 al 5 luglio. Then we will go with Claudio S. parents to the Tucson coast.
It will be great. Oh, I talked to my parents. In inverno andremo negli Stati Uniti per poche settimane. You could come with us.
Don't be hasty. È ancora estate.
Me in a hurry? You invited me to go to Liguria on the second day of our guitar course.
Was it really so early? It simply means we are two very organized people.
Allora, will you come in the US?
Assolutamente sì.
Non vedo l'ora. Cosa facciamo in questi giorni?
Non lo so. Franz and Claudio are not here and the guitar course is over.
Lunedì possiamo andare al cinema.
Che giorno è?
È il 3 maggio. Didn't you know?
Non oggi, James. È Monday.
Oh, sorry. È il 6.
Ok, ci sto.
È aperto dalle 16 alle 22.
We can see that film we saw the poster for. Esce nei cinema il 5 maggio.
Ottimo! I can't wait to drive the car, so we can go wherever we want, whenever we want.
Ne riparliamo per l'estate 2027.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Buongiorno. Uff,
Friends, welcome back! You're all wet. What happened?
did you not see out of the wind? È scoppiato un temporale.
Oh, hai ragione. I see you made progress in Italian while you were away.
Ho avuto molto tempo libero. I think I've gone one lesson ahead. I'd ask James to film in but I think he got it wrong.
Oops, sorry. I think I've given you one lesson too many.
Non fa niente. You will help me with today's lesson. Com'è il tempo fuori?
C'è un temporale e fa freddissimo.
There is a storm and it's super cold. Today we will learn to talk about the weather. To start with, weather is called tempo, just like time. Watch out for the meaning when you find this word. So, come può essere il tempo?
It can be.
Sole, neve, pioggia, nuvole.
Those are nouns. Il clima può essere soleggiato, nevoso, piovoso, nuvoloso.
Giusto. Oggi c'è il temporale, ma può esserci il sole, la neve, la pioggia.
Another way of saying what the weather is like is che tempo fa.
Bravissimo, friends! Let's look at other examples of weather. Fa caldo, fa freddo, fa fresco. These are the three most common temperature states. Other important expressions?
Bel tempo e cattivo tempo.
Giusto. What verbs do they go with?
E bel tempo?
More correctly, c'è, there is, but you can also use fa. It does.
Others that come to my mind are c'è vento and c'è umidità.
There is wind and there is humidity. Bene, I think they're all there.
You really know it all, Franz.
It was you who gave me the wrong directions.
Bene, let's move on to today's last topic. Quanti gradi ci sono fuori?
Judging by the cold, i say ci sono massimo 15 gradi.
Wait, what are you talking about? What is gradi?
We are talking about temperature. Gradi is degrees. In this case, in the European unit of measurement, Celsius.
Oh, that's why I wasn't understanding a single word.
We can also ask che temperatura c'è fuori. The answer will be ci sono x gradi.
According to my mobile phone, ci sono 18 gradi. It's cold for May.
In Italian, it's fa freddo. Or, as Franz said when he arrived, fa freddissimo. The desinence of the superlative is used to accentuate the concept. Well, that's the end of the topic, so remember to brush up on the basic terms for talking about weather and climate.
Sole, luna, vento, fulmini, tempeste. You haven't heard anything else all weekend.
I have created a monster.
Buona giornata, ragazzi!
C'è una nuvola enorme laggiù. Non promette bene.
But I don't understand, everything was perfect. Questa mattina era soleggiato, faceva anche caldo.
Guys, calm down. Nothing has happened yet. È solo una nuvola.
Checking my app now.
Claudio, I thought you had already checked it a week ago.
L'ho fatto. Diceva soleggiato per tutta la settimana.
Sei sicuro? My app says something else. Temporale del 16, 18 gradi alle 19.
Cosa?
Oh no! Non possiamo andare al mare se fa così freddo.
We should have understood that. C'è già umidità.
What do we do? The bus is leaving soon. We've already bought the tickets.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. I'd say let's go back to town. We'll go for a meal at the usual place.
No! We have waited so long for this day. We will not let time stop us.
Ma James, è chiaro, ci sarà brutto tempo.
It doesn't matter. Fa freddo? We have sweatshirts. It's raining. We have umbrellas. And Viareggio is a beautiful town. We'll have lots of fun, even without going to the beach.
Well, if the alternative is spending another day at home.
Io ci sto. Beach volley sotto la pioggia.
You're crazy. All right, let's go. If you catch a cold it be your fault.
Chi ha detto temporale?
Is incredibile, my app was wrong.
It was very wrong.
Sto cuocendo. Il sole è caldissimo. E dove sono le nuvole? E la pioggia?
Niente beach volley sotto la pioggia, Claudio.
I think you're risking sunstroke instead of a cold, Anna.
Non importa. Corriamo in acqua.
Well, today we learned that the weather is really unpredictable.
Puoi dirlo forte. Guarda che nuvola enorme all'orizzonte.
Buongiorno ragazzi! This will be the last in our series of lessons on conversation.
It was really fun. What are we going to end up with?
The last topic is one that I like a lot. I colori.
Interessante.
You've been here for a while now, so I imagine you're familiar with most of the colors in Italian. Let's try to remember the colors and where we can find them.
Rosso come una mela, arancione come le arance, giallo come I limoni.
Blu come il cielo, bianco come il gesso, verde come l'erba.
Ottimo! I would say that from this point of view, we are in the clear. Now, the hardest part is to understand that colors as adjectives usually follow the characteristics of the nouns that precede them.
Why is it so difficult? It is a common thing in Italian.
Yes, but not all colors follow the same rules. Rosso and giallo, per esempio, follow their nouns in gender and number.
I limoni sono gialli, la mela è rossa, le luci sono gialle, il semaforo è rosso.
Esattamente. And it is the same for black and white. For arancione, verde, and marrone, instead the adjective changes only between singular and plural.
Il gatto è arancione, la foglia è verde, gli alberi sono marrone.
You have fallen right into that error. Plural for marrone is marroni, both masculine and feminine. Gli alberi sono marroni. Finally, for colors such as blue, viola, and rosa, there is no change between singular and plural or masculine and feminine. Il cielo è blu. I mirtilli sono viola.
What about dark and light?
Yes, these kind of colors are named sfumature. Dark and light stand for Italian scuro e chiaro. You can construct a light or dark color by simply putting chiaro or scuro after the color.
Rosso scuro, giallo chiaro.
In this case, the adjective never changes, just like with blu or viola. Il miele è giallo scuro. Le ciliegie sono rosso scuro.
Are the colors male?
Yes, when used as nouns. Il rosso, il giallo, il rosa.
But rosa looks like a feminine word.
I know, it's because of the final A, but you cannot go wrong. Colors are always in masculine. La rosa is totally another thing.
Yeah, and it's not pink outer.
Well, guys, that was our last lesson.
Buona estate, signora Bianca. Grazie.
You're too indecisive. Do you even know what kind of clothes you're looking for?
Non lo so. Shopping always makes me anxious. I mean, it's a big responsibility to myself.
Let's go step by step. Let's start with a very neutral trouser, on which you can put everything. Jeans azzurri. Che ne pensi? Stanno bene con tutto.
Lio già blu.
You mean the ones you were wearing yesterday? Troppo accesi. Guarda questi, azzurro chiaro.
Do you think they will go well with my favorite jacket?
Quale giacca? Quella nera?
No, quella rosa a quadri.
Ma certo, it will look great.
Non lo so.
I'll hold it for you. Let's go. Do you have a nice shirt?
Just one.
I've never seen you wearing it.
Non mi piace molto. Il nere mi è diventata davvero chiara col tempo.
Prendine una grigia allora. Hai già i pantaloni neri per abbinarla.
These that I'm wearing right now? But they're all wrinkled.
Better the way. They're in fashion. Can't you see what others are wearing?
I'll never make it. It would take days to convince me.
I didn't think it would be so difficult.
Pausa.
I was looking for a couple of things. Let's go look for those before we think about your incontentional taste again.
What are you going to do with all this stuff?
Sì, you have to be resolute.
E quel vestito bianco? Non sapevi neanche con quali scarpe metterlo.
Le indosserò.
Il cappello rosso scuro?
Ci penserò. Wasn't it beautiful?
I have never seen you wearing a hat.
I like tutti RY new styles. Listen, it's okay that you don't want to have too many things in your wardrobe. You just have to be comfortable with the ones you have. That's what clothes are for, to feel good about yourself. No matter how many there are.
Hai ragione. Anche i colori servono a questo. Va bene. Torniamo e prendi i pantaloni azzurro chiaro.
Vittoria, you know, I've never asked you what your favorite color is.
Non è una domanda facile. Credo nero e rosso. Il tuo?
Isn't it clear? All of them.
Bentornati ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
It's a pleasure to see you again. Welcome to the Master Italian Numbers classroom.
We're so happy to be here again.
It was not easy to convince James to take part in a course on numbers.
Immagino! Today we are going to learn how to count numbers in Italian from 0 to billions. Let's start from what we already know, from 0 to 10. Come on, friends!
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfetto! Do you remember the pattern to name the numbers from 11 to 16?
They all have in common the final dici. Undici, dodici.
Corretto! 13, 14, 15 e 16.
I will never be wrong about these again.
Prove it, James.
Let's see. After sedici, we have 17, 18, 19 e 20.
Yes, for the multiples of 10, we have always the same anta ending.
Except for 30, which is 30. Then we have 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 e 90.
You are very well prepared. Finally, we have numbers between the multiples of 10. We can easily construct them adding numbers from 1 to 9 after the first digit. Some quick examples. James, how would you say 57?
57.
And how would you say 31?
31.
You fell for it again. Some numbers contract vowels. You say 31, not 31.
Oh no, I was doing so well.
Non importa. Now we can go on. Are you ready to discover all the numbers after 99?
Yes. I think.
100 in Italian is 100. You don't need to say 100. Uno is already implied in 100. The other hundreds are pretty easy to construct. You just need to put a number before 100.
200, 400.
Yes, you don't have to worry about truncations or contractions. È liscio come l'olio.
What?
It is a way of saying it means it is easy.
Okay, so we have 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 and 900?
Yes, perfect. To make the other numbers, you just need to put the remaining two digits after the 100. 222, 358.
They are starting to be very long words.
And we still haven't talked about the thousands. To say 1000, you say 1000.
It seems quite similar to the hundreds. Is 2000 said 2000?
Not quite. After 1000, The other numbers are constructed using the parcel mila. It's 2000, not 2000.
Oh, okay. Let me guess a complex number. 2322?
Bravissimo! The following numbers are added without particular changes. Who can name the biggest number?
50.000.
60.020.
120.000.
Okay. Both of you understood the mechanics. To conclude, we have millions and billions.
Milioni e bilioni?
Milioni e miliardi.
Okay, the trick didn't work.
Milione, milioni, miliardo, miliardi. They are declined at singular or plural.
Come to think of it, it's not as hard as it looks. It's like doing a puzzle.
Diciamo di sì. Well, enough for today. See you at the next lesson.
What does that paper on the left wing say?
I told you. 24 mattoncini de due. Here, look at the drawing.
It must be wrong. The shape is different. And we don't have all those bricks. 19, 20, 21, 22 ne mancano 2.
Okay, maybe. Let's get on with the back. We'll come back to the wings after we finished.
7500 pezzi. Crazy. Wasn't there a version with fewer pieces?
You don't understand. This is a limited edition, the most detailed model I've ever created. And I didn't force you. I asked you to help me because I care about my collection.
Va bene, hai ragione. We are going to complete it. Give me that paper. It says the back is composed by 322 mattoncini.
List them. I'll check if they are all here.
78 mattoncini da 4.
Here they are.
42 mattoncini piatti.
Got them.
124 mattoncini a tubo.
I have them here.
And finally 78 mattoncini trasparenti.
We've got them all. Come on, we can do it. We're almost there. Ci restano solo 500 mattoncini. Franz, are you sleeping?
What? No, he was just resting. I'm really tired. Can we finish tomorrow? Besides, look, the ship is almost complete. It's fine like this.
But look at it. It looks like a wreck. A whole wing is missing.
You can pretend that it was damaged in battle, so it is more realistic.
You know, I'm tired too. It's a great pity that it was damaged in battle.
Già, pazienza.
Well, ho 500 mattoncini in giro per casa.
You can use them to build a dinosaur.
Ooh, Franz, look at this. There's a huge discount on the robot battle elephant. It's the last model.
Count me out. How many pieces are there? 2 milioni.
Don't be stupid. Sono solo 10.000 pesi.
No way.
I think I will buy it.
Then prepare to see it damaged in battle like the spaceship.
Buongiorno a tutti!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today we continue with our in-depth look at numbers. After understanding the construction of numeri cardinali, it is time to move on to numeri ordinali. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
I think they are first, second, third and so onorevole.
Sì, sono loro. In Italian, ordinal numbers tell the order of things in a set. First, second, third, and so on. So, they do not show quantity, but just rank or position. Listen well, because it will be a bit more complex than usual.
Siamo tutti orecchie.
First of all, ordinal numbers from 1 to 10 are primo, secondo, terzo, quarto, quinto, sesto, settimo, ottavo, nono e decimo. Unlike cardinal numbers, ordinal numbers agree in gender and number with the subject they refer to. Would you like to try out some examples? Friends.
Ok, you will try. La prima cosa che faccio la mattina è lavarmi i denti.
Esatto! La prima cosa. Il primo pensiero. I primi passi.
There's no ordinal number for 0, right?
What a stupid question. There is an ordinal 0 in English either.
Oh, it's true.
Now, from 1 to 10, we have particular forms for each number. But from this point, things are way easier. After decimo, they are formed by dropping the final vowel of the cardinal number and adding esimo.
La tredicesima cosa che faccio la mattina è lavarmi i denti.
Really? That is not so good.
It was an example.
Well, it is technically correct. Other examples can be quattordicesimo, ventesimi, sedicesima, each of them with his declination depending to the noun.
Okay, easy.
Just a little rule. Numbers ending in tre and sei retain the final vowel, so it will be ventitreesimo instead of ventitresimo, or trentaseiesimo instead of trentasesimo.
Okay, I'm not afraid of this rule. It's not so difficult to remember.
And what about numbers written in match symbols? How do Italians write them to make them ordinal?
Oh, right. As in English, ordinal numbers normally precede the noun. Abbreviations are written with a small o for masculine or a small a for feminine, just like this. Il quinto giorno dell'anno viene di domenica. La settima porta del tempio nasconde il tesoro.
All clear.
Well, this is all for this lesson. Don't forget to practice and see you at the next lesson.
Arrivederci.
Terzo. È diventato terzo. Può vincere.
I've never seen you so into it, Claudio. I didn't think you were into sports.
Oh, usually I'm not, but I'm a great fan of Ferrari.
Oh, it is the red one, right?
Do you really not know what Ferrari is?
Come on Franz, it's the greatest car manufacturer in Italian history.
Well, I've never been a car fan, but I love racing, of any kind. Quella rossa passata al 10° posto è la Ferrari.
Sì, l'altro pilota è diventato secondo.
I don't support any team. I just like to watch good racing. Per esempio quella gialla, al 6° posto.
La McLaren?
Yes, it's having a great race.
Tu dici?
Potrebbe arrivare tra i primi.
Ma no, Forza Italia.
How do you get into this sport?
Lo amo da quando ho visto una gara in TV per la prima volta. Oh, sorry, I have to force myself to speak English. My father is very passionate and used to take me to see the races when there was a Grand Prix in Italy. It's always exciting to see the head of my favorite car whizzing past.
I would love to see a live race.
Oh, la seconda Ferrari adesso è 13ª.
E adesso 15ª. Che disastro.
The blue car is really beautiful. What's its name?
Quella è la Williams. Adesso è 12ª.
Come on, the rest still up for the other Ferrari to get a good result. Al momento è al 4º posto.
Yeah, but the other one there doesn't seem to be anything to do. Guarda, adesso è 24ª.
Too bad. I'm going to get something to eat.
Claudio. Run. La Ferrari è prima. I past degli L1.
Corro. Evviva. Forza Italia. Ma
Franz, that's not Ferrari. That's Alfa Romeo.
Oh. I Saured End.
you gave me a shock. Che disastro. Le Ferrari sono 29ª e 7ª.
It's not even red. It's red and white.
Sorry. I didn't want to alarm you.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today's topic is a bit peculiar, but it will be very useful. Oggi parleremo dell'orario.
Orario. The clock?
Esatto! Che ore sono? Oppure che ora è? These are two forms of asking the same question. The first is plural, the second singular, but the answers will be the same.
But some schedules are singular and some are plural, right?
True, but this does not depend in which of the two forms this question was asked. Luna, mezzogiorno, mezzanotte are singular. So, while answering, we use the verb è. Every other hour is plural, so we will use the verb sono.
È mezzanotte, sono le 2.
Esatto! You can say sono le and add the number of the hour you are referring to. In Italian, you can also specify the moment of the day, like di mattina, di pomeriggio, di sera o di notte. Clearly, le 2 di notte is a different time than le 2 di pomeriggio.
Thanks to the 12-hour clock.
What is the difference between di sera and di notte? Man, is there a specific time to use each one?
Yes, di sera usually means in the evening. You could use it approximately between 6 p.m. and midnight. Di notte usually refers to times after midnight and before the dawn. Well, now we will talk about more specific timetables. This is important because there are usually several ways of calling the same time.
Is this because of the 24 hours? I've never heard anyone give an appointment alle 23.
Saying alle 23 is correct, but yes, it is more common to say alle 11 di sera, just as it is more common to say, for example, alle 10 di sera.
Dove io sei alle 0?
No, no one says that. Everyone says a mezzanotte.
See? Even you ask stupid questions sometimes.
Do not argue, you two. Intermediate times are said by adding minutes with a conjunction or subtracting them. Sono le 8:20. Sono le 8 meno 20. Obviously, saying 8 meno 20 is the same as saying 7:40.
And saying 8:20 is the same as saying 9:40.
Technically, yes, but while saying 8:40 is really common, saying 9 meno 40 is not. The minutes subtracted are never more than 20. Let's try to follow the 1 hour cycle, shall we? Let's pretend it's 8 o'clock. What time it is after 5 minutes?
Sono le 8:05.
And after other 10 minutes?
8:15.
8:15.
Yes, it is usually said è un quarto. And what if other 15 minutes pass?
8:30.
Or 8:30.
Perfect! Finally, what if it's 10 minutes to 9?
9 meno 10.
In Italian, the time labels look like mathematical operations.
Bene! Allora amerai la prossima lezione. We're done for today. Arrivederci!
Are you sure you lost it here?
I remember seeing the time during the break.
Che ore erano?
Remember. I think I read 17 e pochi minuti. I do not remember exactly.
Alle 17:40 è iniziata la lezione.
Are you sure?
Yes, I remember I asked Antonio che ore sono, and he replied something like 6 meno 20.
Okay, so after the tuno went with you in the classroom. Let's go look for the mobile phone in the hallway where we took our break. Non c'è. What a disaster.
Stay calm. Maybe you hadn't lost them yet then. Let's go back in time. 4:30 del pomeriggio.
What happened at the time?
We met outside the school. Do you remember having your mobile phone then?
I don't know, but that doesn't make sense. I remember taking a mobile phone in my hand before leaving the classroom after the concert.
Che ore erano?
Quasi le 7 di sera.
That's true. Abbiamo finito alle 7 meno un quarto.
Then I put the guitar back in the case and... Oh.
Trovato!
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
This is the mobile phone on which I read the message, but it's not mine. It's Claudio S. I took it by accident when I had lunch with him. Era Luna.
I'll call Claudio right away to let him know. No, wait.
How clumsy you are.
How clumsy you are, Anna.
Bentornati!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
As promised, today we will change the subject. We are going to talk about math symbols.
I love match.
Really? I hate it.
In any case, it will also be important in common speech, so we'd better have a look at it. The 4 fundamental symbols in Italian are più, meno, per, e diviso, and they correspond to the operations addizione, sottrazione, moltiplicazione e divisione.
We are masters of numbers. It will be easy. 4 più 6 è 10.
Not so fast. In Italian, we do not use the verb essere.
Ah, I knew there would be a trick.
In Italian, we use the verb fare. 4 più 6 fa 10. Alternatively, we can read the operation in a more technical way using the symbol uguale. 4 più 6 uguale 10. Come on, go on and finish the other operations.
10 meno 6 fa 4.
4 per 6 uguale 24.
E 10 diviso 4 fa 2.
Ma cosa dici? Non fa 2.
Oh, you're right. Allora 10 diviso 4 uguale 2.5.
In Italian, decimal numbers are not written with a dot, but with a comma. Quindi 10 diviso 4 uguale 2,5.
Bene, chiaro. I'm making too many mistakes today.
Let's learn other important words. The results of the operations are called somma, differenza, prodotto e quoziente, respectively for addizione, sottrazione, moltiplicazione e divisione. The numbers that are added together are called addendi. Those subtracted are called minuendo e sottraendo. Those multiplied fattori and those divided dividendo e divisore.
I'm drawing a chart, you'll never remember them.
Ottima idea! Allora, James, quanto fa 50 diviso 2?
Fa 25.
Perfetto! Now, let us look at some idioms used in common speech. Do you know what does parlare del più e del meno mean?
It's literally talk more or less. I don't know.
It's like make small talk.
See, these symbols are also used in sentences such as più o meno, di più, di meno.
Per esempio, Franz è uguale a Harry Potter. But this is not an operation.
Non sono uguale ad Harry Potter.
Secondo me somiglia più a Robert Pattinson.
Meglio.
Well, our foray into math is over. See you in the next lesson.
Claudio, stop distracting yourself. It's the third time I've explained the same thing. Leave your cat alone. So, is this time clear?
Più o meno.
Do you want me to explain it again?
I don't want to stress you out, I'm grateful for your help, but I guess I'm just bad at it.
Don't be silly, ti serve solo più tempo.
Va bene. So, here I've rewritten the formula, I've worked out the system, now I have to. What do I do?
Take the values you found and put them there. 24 uguale x, 2 volte x uguale y, 2 volte x meno y uguale z.
Va bene chiaro. Fa 17.
How can it be 17? You have to find the 3 values. It cannot have only one result. Let me see what you have written. What is this? I never told you to write it like this.
Oh.
Look, doing like this, x è 24, 2 per x quindi fa 48.
Quindi z è 0?
Yes. Well done. There is hope.
Yay, we deserve a break. Do you like chocolate snacks? I have a whole pack of them.
No. Not now, we're going to finish. Wait, did you say chocolate? This game is really cool. And what spectacular graphics.
Secondo me è più bello quell'altro.
The one where the little man runs away from the monsters. Quello è più grigio.
Sì, ma è meno frenetico. E anche più, meno.
Oh, no, the maths exercises.
I completely forgot. It's solate.
How many are left?
Troppi. Let's start right now. Allora, x uguale 15. 2 volte y uguale x meno 3.
You should.
Sure, there is not much time. Il prodotto qui è 32. Il risultato della sottrazione va qui. Done.
What?
I have finished exercise 3, is that correct?
Yes, this is perfect. How did you?
Apparently video games bring out the best in me.
Or your survival instinct and the fear of arriving at school tomorrow with a blank exercise book.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today will be the last lesson of our in-depth course on numbers. Today's topic is very important in everyday life.
Are we going to talk about video games?
Very funny, James. We will talk about money and economic value, soldi. As you know, the currency in Italy is the euro. In Italian, there is no plural of the word euro, so any number will be followed by euro. Un euro, 2 euro, 3 euro.
I thought the Italian word for money was moneta.
Monete arcanes.
That's right, James. I soldi can be banconote or monete. Let's see them more specifically. Coins range from un centesimo to 2 euro. Centesimi are cents and they are available in monete da 1, 2, 5, 10, 20 e 50 centesimi. Gli euro in moneta can only be da 1 o da 2.
Why the partial da?
It isn't used just to say from. In this case, it refers to the value of the coin. Going on, banconote, the paper money, go from 5 to 500.
Do €1 banknotes exist?
You're not in America.
Va bene, va bene. That was just a question.
Quanto costa? This is the base question to ask about the cost. The answer can be costa 5 euro. Friends, quanto costa un panino?
Un panino costa 3,50 euro.
Centesimi.
What?
3,50 €.
There's no need to specify the word centesimi. Let's see some important words about money. When something costs too much, you can say costa troppo or è troppo caro. Caro is another way to say costoso.
It haft caro meant something like dear.
Yes, it can mean also that. If something has a low price, in Italian prezzo basso, you can say it is economico, to say it is cheap.
Why do any words have so many meanings?
Other important concepts are contanti o carte di credito. Contanti means cash, and it can also be said soldi liquidi.
You're right, James. Today's words are really strange.
Well, if you think these are strange words, do you know how it is possible to say that you have no more money? You can say sono al verde.
It seems like something Hulk would say.
Finally, let's look at some important terms in the financial world. To name money from other countries is pretty easy. They are similar in English. We have dollari, sterline, rupie, real, pesos, franchi. With regard to the stock market, in Italian it is called mercato azionario, named like this because of the azioni, which are shares. What we call stock exchange in Italian is called borsa.
Borsa. Like bag?
Yes, another word with different meanings. Well, you will have plenty of time to remember all these words. See you at the next course. Buona serata, ragazzi!
There are no cauliflowers here.
Did you look carefully? I always get them there. They are usually next to the aubergines.
Why do you think I'm stupid? There aren't. There are just things that look like giant broccoli.
That's exactly what cauliflowers are.
Oh, I thought they were round. Oh, it said cavolfiore on the tag.
Those are the cabbages. What is their price? There should be a tag that says prezzo.
Oh, right. Prezzo. Costano €1,20.
Take a kilo.
Okay, fatto. You can knock off now. I can handle it.
Prove it. Go get the meat.
Okay.
Ne prendo sei.
Esatto. You confuse me, Mom. I think I got everything.
Do you know how much it will cost?
Let me control. €32,70.
Well, look into the wallet.
Nel portafogli c'è una banconota da €50 e due da 20.
Take the 20 banknotes and pay with them.
Okay, it's my turn at the checkout.
Well, when he asks you.
Here are the groceries, Mom.
Very good. Where's the rest?
€7,30.
Yes, but it's not here.
Oh no, I think I forgot it.
How did you forget it? Didn't the cashier give it to you?
I made a fool of myself and couldn't wait to leave. I repeated il resto è €7,30 in my head so many times that I was convinced I had got it.
Next time we go together and I don't want any fuss.
Buongiorno ragazzi! Welcome to the Master Italian Grammar Classroom.
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Buongiorno, James and friends. Good to see you again.
We won't live until we can speak Italian like native speakers.
Nice to hear that. Today's lesson will be very helpful to improve our pronunciation in Italian. We'll start from the very basis, alphabet.
Why? The alphabet is the same as the English one, right? Is there another Italian alphabet and I didn't know it?
What are you talking about? Have you seen strange alphabets on signs?
I didn't want to confuse you, James. Of course, we are still talking about the Latin alphabet, but we will understand better how to pronounce each letter and especially how not to pronounce them.
Oh, great! I want to get rid of my American pronunciation.
First of all, let's have a recap. A like in cat, B like in but, C like in cake, D for day, E for elephant, F for fun, G for gun.
H for hotel.
Well, that's not an Italian word. H is called mute letter. It has no sound. E like in the pronunciation of street, L for left.
Wait, where are J and K?
They are not commonly used in Italian alphabet. M for mind, N for never, O for open, P for people, Q for quarter, R for rock, S for season, T for time, U like in tool, V for vowel, and finally Z like the pronunciation of TS in cats.
Some of them have a strange pronunciation.
A first important thing to say is that in Italian there are unique sounds for vowels and consonants. On the contrary, in English, for example, the E in email and the E in elephant has a different sound. Of course, there are exceptions, depending on the vowel that follows it. Consonants such as C and G change their sound.
Gioco and il gatto, for example.
Yes, in gioco, the G sound is called dolce. In gatto, it's called duro. The vowels with suono dolce are I and E. The ones with suono duro are O, U, and A. To make I or E dure, you need a word with an H between the consonant and the vocal, such as chiesa or forchetta.
Wait, I'm already lost.
Think about it like this. Suono duro is similar to the one you write with the K in English. The sound of kitten in Italian would be written with chi, C-H-I.
What about Italian words with K? Is it any different?
Italians consider K just like J, W, and Y stranger letters because they only appear in words of foreign origin. So you can pronounce those words with the rules of their original languages.
All clear!
Let's learn some other particular syllables. Famiglia.
Fa doesn't seem like a strange syllable.
I think she is talking about gli.
Yes, in Italian this syllable is pronounced like the English LL plus Y.
James always pronounce it wrong.
I know, it's a really common error for Americans.
Don't act so superior, Franz. You always mistake the word signore.
Oh, that's another interesting syllable. GN is pronounced with a unique sound, similar to the ni sound in words like onion. Let's use the remaining time to revise a very important element in Italian, le doppie.
Double letters.
Esatto! When you find a word with a double consonant, you just have to pronounce it more strongly. A common example is spaghetti.
Oh, I understood.
Well, enough for today. We have a lot of other lessons to face. Buona giornata!
James, ehi, ciao, what are you doing here?
Hush! We're in a library.
Oh, scusa,
Ciao, Claudio.
I haven't seen you in 2 days, you didn't come to any volleyball games or even to the skate park.
I was busy.
Have you been here studying non-stop? That's not like you.
Hush, lower your voice.
Sì, scusa. So, talk about what's wrong. I'm not a psychoanalyst but clearly something is wrong.
No, it's okay.
You have been studying Italian, 2 days of non-stop Italian studying.
Don't bother me.
Oh, I understood. Is it for the party on Tuesday? What Anna's brother said?
Ugh.
Don't make a big deal out of it, James. He's a kid. I just said you talk funny.
I hate my accent. The child is right. It doesn't even sound like Italian.
So you're stuck here studying grammar?
Yes. On the computer, I keep a TV series in Italian to listen to. Meanwhile, I do the exercises on the tablet, and at the same time, I transcribe in the notebook.
You really took it personally. Come on, I'll help you. I'm a real Italian expert.
Wow, I wouldn't have said that.
What do you want to start with?
Anna's brother made fun of me for pronouncing the word spaghetti.
Yes, that sounds pretty American. Okay, hear me out. First thing, you have to make the a sound, don't mute it. Make it sound like in the word America.
Spa?
Yes, just like that. Something with the in, ge, pronounce it like in the word ever.
Spaghetti.
Perfect. Here's the hard part. You pronounce the tt with a strange r sound.
Thanks, Claudio.
Come on.
Hush!
Sì, va bene. You have to pronounce it like in the word time with a strong emphasis on the t.
Spaghetti!
Yes.
Oops. Come on, let's try some other words.
This one. Momento.
Okay, momento.
Again that error. You have to clearly pronounce all the vowels. You make the first o disappear.
Oh, okay. Momento.
Bravo.
It seems like we're casting spells like Harry Potter.
Here's something interesting. Read this one.
Veglia.
You fell on it. GL has a particular sound, remember?
Oh, right! Veglia.
Yes.
I don't know how to thank you, Claudio. I really needed a teacher outside of school.
Hey, won't you think this is for free, right? You have to help me with my English pronunciation.
Of course. I can't wait to get back to Anna's house and eat spaghetti.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
For today's topic, I will need your full attention because we are going to see a rule with many exceptions.
I'm ready.
Today, we are going to talk about feminine and masculine nouns to learn how to distinguish between them. Let's start with the easy part.
A for feminine and O for masculine.
You are always the fastest when it comes to easy topics.
I can't hear you, Franz. You're too slow.
Well, I have to say you're right, James. The standard rule says that the masculine ending is O, the feminine ending is A. Il ragazzo, la ragazza.
Here it is easy to turn a masculine noun into a feminine one or vice versa.
Yes, it really is. Il gatto becomes la gatta.
And il cane becomes la cana.
Not quite, James. You cut an exception. Feminine for il cane is la cagna.
Quick but not very witty.
Let's move on to the more complex part. This rule has so many exceptions. Let's start with the ending e for both masculine and feminine. A lot of words has an ending e, but some of them are masculine, others are feminine.
La stazione, for example, is femminile.
Also, la colazione.
Yes, but il mare is masculine. You can understand the gender of the word according to the article. Moving on, other exceptions are masculine words in a and feminine words in o.
That's so confusing. Why do Italians want to be so complicated?
Il pianeta, il problema, il clima, all of them are masculine. On the other hand, la moto, la radio, l'auto are feminine.
I'm noticing that words like motor auto are abbreviation of other words, automobile, motocicletta.
Yes, this is interesting. This could be a reason why moto and auto are feminine, but at the same time, other words like mano are feminine without being abbreviation of other words. So, this is not a rule.
Oh, right. Didn't thought about it.
The last group of exceptions is the one of words ending with e. Like we have seen with the ending e, some words are masculine, others are feminine. Il taxi, la tesi.
Are we done? My head's going to explode.
Quiet! A really common exception is in job profile words. In this case, masculine nouns usually end with e or ore, while feminine end with essa or ice. This is the example of studente, studentessa, dottore, dottoressa, or attore, attrice.
Okay, that was the last one, right?
Be patient, James. Another group of exceptions are words ending with accented vowels. There is no trick here. You just need to understand it from the article. We find words like il falò, il caffè, la città, e l'età. I think we may be done.
Oh, great! I was really exhausted.
Veit, what about words like turista? Does la turistessa exist?
Come on, Franz, we were done!
Oh, I was forgetting it. Those are words with the same ending in masculine and feminine. The difference is obviously made by the article. Il cantante, la cantante, il nipote, la nipote. Well, I think it's time to go home. James is starting to sleep on his desk. See you next week.
Come on, give me a page of a book and I can prove it.
know these tricks, and that's what they are, tricks.
What are you doing?
Ciao, Piero.
Ciao! Nothing important, James thinks he has superpowers.
That's not what I said. I've started this little memory course, to learn Italian words faster. And Franz is convinced it's stupid.
Oh, it really seems cool. Can you prove it?
Well, I memorized a whole page of the Italian glossary right in front of his eyes.
Cool, let's try.
Tell me if I make mistakes.
Go.
Pianeta, problema, clima, tema, mano, radio, moto, metro, foto, taxi, analisi, tesi, ipotesi.
You're repeating like a parrot. That's the worst way to study something, especially a language.
That's not true.
Davvero? Well, then try to translate the sentence My hypothesis is correct.
Easy. La, ipotesi, l'ipotesi. No, wait. That's not the point.
See? You learned the words without even knowing how to put them in a sentence.
Okay, let's try again.
Okay, translate the tourist was from India.
Okay. Turista veniva dall'India.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a tourist.
See? It's easy to get you into a tailspin when you study using tricks.
Oh, darn it. Darn it! I just wanted to find a way to lighten up my studies.
You could have asked me for help.
You're right, Franz. But now I want to know if the tourist was a boy or a girl.
Well, review the lesson and you will find out. Come on, now let's go skate.
Evai.
Anyway, your English has improved a lot, Piero.
Thank you. I'm having an English course.
Hope it's better than James' memory course.
Hey!
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today's topic will complement last time's. I hope you have recovered from last time, James.
Oh, yes, I'm taking a memory course. I'm not afraid of any subject anymore.
And what a memory course!
Shut up!
Today we are going to take a closer look at plural nouns. We will follow the same line as last time. So we start with the simplest cases, o and a, are.
They're all
Masculine and feminine standard endings.
You're becoming faster than me.
Perfetto, friends. In plural nouns, o and a become respectively I and e. Let's try some examples.
For example,
Ragazzo barra ragazzi, ragazza barra ragazze.
hey!
Perfetto. Let's move on. As you remember, another important group of nouns ends with e, both in masculine and feminine. In this case, the plural is in I in both cases.
That's an example of
Il cane, I cani, la chiave, le chiavi.
Stop it!
Not so fast anymore,
Stop pecking each other. James, would you like to try the next one?
Okay, I'm ready.
You will probably remember exceptions where masculine nouns end in a and feminine nouns end in o.
Of course, I know them all by heart.
Well, how do you think we could make them plural?
Well, by logic, if masculine in O becomes an I, and feminine in A becomes an E, la mano becomes le mani.
Bravo!
Il tema becomes I teme.
No, almost there. Both masculine and feminine in this case become in I. Le mani is right, but il tema at plural becomes I temi.
But at the beginning I was doing so well!
Yes, you were. Next and the last group of nouns, as you will remember, is the one with nouns ending with accented vowels. This will be pretty easy.
I suppose we can just change the article, right?
Exactly. Il papà, I papà. La città, le città. Well, that's all for this topic. Remember to exercise and see you next time.
Next time, we will see who is fastest in this room, friends.
Challenge accepted.
Are you sure you will be able to follow all these commitments with the right consistency? Haven't you gone too far?
Tre corsi? It's alright, I can do it.
Well, don't complain if you find yourself without a spare moment. Instead, go and get something to eat. I'm starving.
Due bibite?
Sì, va bene. For me a cook.
Yes, I will take one too. So, due cocce cole.
It's a proper noun. You don't have to pronounce it plural. Just say 2 lattine di Coca-Cola.
Oh, okay.
Take also some slices of pizza.
Okay, it will be a disaster, I know.
Was it good? Wait, why did you get donuts? I thought we were having pizza.
Never mind. I made a fool of myself. The pizza was finished, so I thought I'd get something sweet.
Don't worry, they're fine.
Everyone looked at me. Le persone ai tavoli.
Well, you don't study yet you keep filling your diary with new commitments.
Everything's under control. In fact, you should come with me. I'm going to the cinema meeting tomorrow.
James, did you forget it?
What are you talking about?
We have to be at school tomorrow.
Why?
L'incontro con le mamme e i papà.
Oh no, you're right. I promised my mother I'd go with her. She's convinced that I don't study enough and wants to talk to Miss Bianca. Yeah, she says I'm always running around and doing everything but studying.
Oh, what a surprise, eh? How could she ever think that?
Welcome back to the Master Italian Grammar class.
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today, we will talk about definite articles. For example, those articles that identify a specific noun. As usual, we will begin with the basic ones, il and la.
Masculine and femminine respectively.
Esattamente. Il is used before masculine nouns starting with a consonant. Il letto, il divano.
What about lo?
Lo is a masculine article used before masculine nouns that begin with particular consonants or syllables. X, Y, Z, S plus consonant, for example.
Lo yogurt, lo scooter.
Bravissimo! The particular syllables I was talking about are GN, PN, and PS. Lo psicologo, for example. Going on, the abbreviated L is used for singular words that begin with a vowel, both masculine and feminine.
Clear.
As we already saw, la is the feminine counterpart of il and lo, and is used with any noun starting with a consonant. These were the singular articles. Now...
Oh no, after yesterday, I hate plurals.
I'll have to make you up for the lesson. You're not the only one in trouble.
Bene, basta parlare adesso. Just like his singular version, the masculine article has two forms, I and li. I is used with words starting with consonant, while li is used with the same words which have lo at the singular and for the vowel starting nouns too.
Wait, what's the difference between il and lo?
We told it when you weren't arrived yet. He will explain you later.
For feminine, the question is pretty easy. The only plural article is le, and you can use it with any plural feminine noun. Let's try some examples.
Friends can't wait to tell an example.
What about you, James? Can you tell me what article you would use for the word amica?
It's l'amica.
Yes, good. What if that was plural?
L'amiche.
No, detesse le amiche.
Correct, friends. Now, can you tell me an animal with lo article?
Lo struzzo.
Good. And what if there are two of them?
Gli struzzi.
Excellent. Well, today's lesson is over.
It will never happen again, Signora Bianca. Arrivederci.
How boring. How can everyone be so busy on Sunday?
What did Piero say? What's he up to?
La gara di skate.
And Claudio?
La partita di calcio. This was supposed to be role-playing day.
What do you think others do on afternoons like these?
Others vu.
I giovani, I ragazzi, gli studenti, people like us.
I don't know. Il mio vicino corre.
Corre? Corre le maratone?
No, he runs around the city. I do si tassa sport. Con gli amici.
Would you like to run?
Oh, no, that is not a sport for me.
Gli sportivi si divertono.
Yes, this is true.
Anna is always around doing things.
Ma lei conosce la città e le persone.
Yes, she really knows everyone here.
But we don't know anyone.
Well, my dog doesn't know anyone either, yet he's always happy and plays all day long.
Gli animali sono diversi. They don't feel bored. They could spend all day lying on the lawn. Perry spends all day doing nothing too, for that matter.
Perry? Il pesce rosso?
Yes. He lives in a bowl only a few centimeters high and yet he never complains.
Of course not. It's a fish.
You know, come to think of it, you and he would have something to do.
Oh no! Please, Franz, don't suggest that I study on Sundays too.
Well, you said you didn't want to waste your time. Come on, we can make it a fun activity.
Impossible!
Let's have a competition.
Vince chi finisce I esercizi.
The exercises. James, you're off to a terrible start.
Miss Bianca would be so proud of us now.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, Signora Bianca.
Today we are going to complete the topic we started last time. Friends, did you help James catch up on the last lesson?
Yes, he did.
And
Andy have to admit that James did well.
the pupil has surpassed the master, Signora Bianca.
Non esagerare.
Great! Today we will talk about indefinite articles. Do you know what they are?
I think they're articles to identify generic subjects.
Quiet! They are equal to English a and an articles. Let's start with uno. This is a masculine indefinite article and is used before nouns starting with x, y, z, s plus consonant and the particular syllables we already saw for the lo article.
Uno ziano, uno sbaglio, uno gnomo.
Molto bravo, James. The second masculine indefinite article is un, and it is used with noun starting with all the other consonants and all the vowels.
Un albero, un gatto.
Let's pay attention now. Feminine also have his own un article, but unlike the masculine one, it needs an apostrophe. For example, we say un'arancia instead of un'arancia.
So, un'idea, un domanda.
No, James. Un is used only when the feminine noun after it starts with a vowel.
Oh, it was obvious. What's happening to me?
Don't worry, you are turning stupid again. It's alright.
We'll see it.
Finally, the feminine version of uno is, as you can imagine, una. This is used before nouns starting with any consonant.
No strange syllables this time.
No, we say una ragazza, just like una psicologa.
While in masculine, we would say un ragazzo and uno psicologo.
Corretto.
See, friends?
Well, let's close the topic of articles by putting it all together. Who can tell me what definite article uno, un corresponds to?
Il, lo, elle.
And who can tell me what is the indefinite correspondent of li?
Easy. It is... Oh, I think I forgot.
You didn't forget. Simply there is no plural indefinite article.
I was trying to fool you, I admit it. Well, see you, boys.
Arrivederci. Are you sure this is the way?
Please, Claudio, don't tell me we're lost.
Calm down, you two. He never said we were lost, he just stopped to consult the map.
What does the mobile phone say, James?
No signal.
Okay, hear me out, I get it. According to the map we have to go east until we meet this.
Una strada provinciale.
Exactly, un macchina passerà sicuramente.
According to the sun's position, east should be over there.
Can you really tell from the sun?
Yes, I read it on a magazine.
If we are looking for a road, we should follow the sound of the cars.
I can't hear any sound.
Idea, let's look for un bastone.
Why?
To mark a path, so we know where we have already passed.
Idea geniale. If someone sees the sign, they'll understand that we're here.
No, pessima l'idea. What if this guy seeing the mark sees?
Un criminale?
Sì, o uno losco.
Non hai tutti i torti.
Then we could keep some signs in mind. I don't know.
Un albero, una roccia, un'altra cosa così.
Yes, what about that?
What has it?
È un vecchio cartello.
What are we waiting for then? Let's find out what it says.
Is too rusty.
No, wait, I can read something. Baita del custode, 100 metri.
Caretaker's hut.
I can see it. The wooden house over there.
Buongiorno, ragazzi.
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today we are going to deal with a subject that is essential to our Italian, adjectives.
They're quite similar to nouns, aren't they? It shouldn't be difficult.
Well, quiet. Adjectives must always agree with the noun to which they refer. This means that if we put an article, a noun, and an adjective together, they must be the same. For example, we should say il ragazzo simpatico or la ragazza simpatica, I ragazzi simpatici or le ragazze simpatiche. Do you recognize these forms?
Masculine singular, masculine plural, femminile singular and femminile plural.
Exactly. In doing so, one must be careful about the ending of the adjective, which does not always coincide with that of the noun. First of all, we have standard ending in o and a for masculine and feminine respectively.
I guess we will also find exceptions in e, right?
Exactly what I was going to say. A second group of adjectives ends in e in the singular and in I in the plural, both masculine and feminine. For example, il ragazzo divertente, le ragazze divertenti.
These ragazzi shall be very handsome persons.
Yes, and they can also be intelligenti, interessanti.
Another common ending in adjectives is ista. These adjectives usually define the behavior of a subject. Someone could be, for example, egoista or ambientalista.
I suppose the plural is again unique for masculine and feminine.
No, in this case you're wrong. Although the singular is always in ista, the plural can be in isti or iste, depending on the gender. While we're at it, an important rule about feminine and masculine. When an adjective refers to two different nouns, one masculine and one feminine, it is always declined as masculine.
Even when there are 10 feminine nouns and only 2 masculine ones?
Yes, as long as only one masculine is present, it does not work with a majority. Now, let's talk for a moment about how to position the adjective in this sentence. Unlike in English, in Italian, the adjective tends to follow its noun.
But I'm pretty sure I've heard some adjectives used before the subject.
Yes, this is a particular rule. Pay attention. In general, the adjective preceding the noun has a descriptive function, while the one following the noun has a distinctive function.
I don't think I understand.
You can use this trick. When the adjective is placed before, it just indicates an additional quality of the noun, so removing the sentence still works. If it follows the noun, it has an identification role, so you can't remove it. For example, il bravo dottore and il dottore bravo. In the first case, the adjective is just an extra definition for the doctor, while in the second case, it lets us think this doctor is the one good.
Okay, now it's clear.
Also, the placing of the adjective before the noun is frequent when the adjective is used figuratively. Un buon dottore, un dottore buono. The first one is a doctor good in his work. The second one is a doctor who is a good person. Well, enough for today. See you next time, boys!
So, what do you think?
I don't know, James. I've been in Italy for months now, but I still haven't managed to get many people to like me.
You're not the only one. That class seems to be full of strange people. How I wish Anna and Claudio were in the same class as us.
Hey, did you see that guy sitting behind you?
Quello alto?
Sì. Era inquietante.
He kept staring at me. What do you think about Angela?
Angela. La ragazza bionda.
Yes, she was sitting right next to you. Era una bella ragazza, non credi?
Yes, but he looked at me with a strange look. È molto vanitosa.
Not like the guy next to me. He was all crouched down, didn't even speak to me.
Yes, I saw him. Davvero misterioso.
Tutti così bizzarri.
Yes, indeed.
And what about that teacher?
Oh, lento e noioso. The lesson was also not very good.
Sì, era proprio lunga.
Hey, James.
Tell me.
It never occurs to you that maybe it's also a bit our fault that we don't seem to like anyone.
Our fault?
Yes, after all, you said it yourself. We have to do our best to fit in this new country.
Sei paranoico.
Think about it, maybe we misjudge them. Like we did some time ago with Claudio.
Okay, maybe we're not the most social people in the world, but those guys were really...
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca!
Today's topic will be very short, but very, very important. Today, we're going to look at subject pronouns. Who can name them all?
Io, tu, lui.
Noi, voi, loro.
Why do we have to learn them so well? After all, in Italian, the verb is self-explanatory.
Well, this is true. In Italian, in most cases, the verb allows us to easily understand what the subject is, which can therefore also be omitted. But we will see some context in which it is good to know and use them.
Can you tell Stati Uniti about the formal lei? How come it coincides with the third person singular?
The formal form is to use lei and the linked conjugations even if the subject is a man. Well, as we were saying, James, in some cases, subject pronouns are very useful, such as when we have to introduce someone.
Lui è Franz.
Esatto. Would you say è Franz? In this case, it is helpful to specify who you are referring to, maybe between a group of different persons, or maybe when you have to give emphasis to the subject of a verb that already implies it. Noi siamo arrivati. Saying this, you could let the other person understand that some other persons aren't arrived yet.
Can we have some similar examples with other pronouns?
Of course, for example, noi siamo arrivati. Voi dove siete? This brings the attention from us who arrived to you that didn't arrive yet.
Okay, I don't know if I will be able to understand where to use it or not.
It will be funny to see you TRY.
Well, this is all for today. Be prepared for next time. We will face a really difficult argument.
Oh, great!
Arrivederci a tutti!
We come here every afternoon. We don't even need to organize ourselves. We just meet here after school and go around.
James, ciao. OS your guest.
Anna, ti presento mio cugino. Lui è Adam.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Lei è Anna. She was my first Italian friend.
Is she the girl who can play guitar better than you?
Oh, sì, sono proprio io.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody plays the guitar better than me here.
I didentino you e guess.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. My uncle, my father's brother, is visiting with his family. You know, in America, we live next door. We grew up together.
It was terrible to know that he was going to leave.
We treat him well, I swear.
Oh, lui è bravissimo con l'oschetta.
Davvero?
What? Are you talking about skating?
I told her you're good at skating.
Oh, I'm the best at skate. Let's see if you got better.
È proprio tuo cugino. Claudio is coming in a few minutes.
Oh, great! Claudio would be a great opponent for you, Adam.
Noi andiamo in centro stasera.
Oh, great! I want to show him my new city. We will have a family dinner. You know, our fathers didn't see each other for a lot of time. Voi andate pure.
Buongiorno ragazzi! I promised you a very important lesson today.
Oh, don't worry, Signora Bianca. It's fine.
Today we're going to learn all about verbs. As you know, verbs in Italian follow very different rules to those in English.
Here they are more like German verbs. This might be my lucky day.
Yes, as in German, in Italian, the verb has different conjugations depending on who is doing the action. Most Italian verbs use regular conjugations, which means they follow a pattern that is the same every time. The three ends you can find in a verb are are, ere, and ire. Have a look on the scheme I gave you.
It doesn't seem too difficult.
Would you like to conjugate a verb for me, James? Mangiare.
Io mangio, tu mangi, lui mangia, noi mangiamo, voi mangiate, loro mangiano.
Very good! This pattern applies to any regular verb or regular conjugation in the present tense. We now coming to the difficult part.
Oh, of course!
As usual, we have some exceptions. Irregular verbs don't follow this pattern. Usually, an irregular verb is only irregular for certain conjugations, which therefore need to be learned by heart.
That is your favorite part, James.
We won't obviously see all the irregular verbs. It would take too much time, but we will see two of the most useful verbs, essere e avere. Essere is actually one of the hardest verbs to conjugate in Italian because of its irregular conjugations that all look very different from one another.
Let's see. I should have learned it living here. Io sono, tu sei, lui sei.
Lui sa.
Oh, someone here needs a recap.
Lui esse. I canti believeit, I truli canti congiugate essere.
Io sono, tu sei, lui è, noi siamo, voi siete, loro sono.
Oh, how stupid we are.
Take care on learning this verb because it is also used in conjugating past perfect tense. Let's try with another important verb, avere.
Ok, I've got it. Io ho, tu hai, lui ha.
Noi amo.
Ammo. Are you going to war?
Abbiamo. Voi avete, essi hanno.
Bravi!
Avete is not so different from the regular conjugation.
Yes, plural second person of avere strangely follows the regular conjugation of ere verbs. But don't be too happy, that's an exception. Take note of this verb too, because the present tense of it is also used to form the past perfect tense.
Let us see some other irregular verbs. I don't think you would recognize them.
Well, some irregular verbs are really common. Andare, for example.
Io vado. That is a totally different word.
Finire and capire, for example, have a strange ending at singular. Capisco, capisci, capisce.
Isco?
Another strange verb is volere.
Io voglio, tu voli.
Tu vuoi, lui vuole. This is a really huge argument. Just be sure to have a lot of practice. Enough for today, you will be tired. Arrivederci ragazzi!
It's incredible. You and France are really coming out of your shell.
Well, actually, at the beginning we were the usual ones. Luckily, those new guys joined us and talked to us. Now, we're thinking about the science project. It's nice to know we have someone else to count on.
Tell me more about them.
Well, Paolo è timido, parla poco.
But,
But he really knows a lot of things, and when he decides to talk, he is very interesting. Conosce tutti I videogiochi e I fumetti.
what about the tall guy you know saw out of school?
Lui e Francesco. Franz and I were wary at first. We thought it was creepy. Adesso lo troviamo divertente. Is very easygoing and always has a joke. He and Paolo are good friends. Sono dei personaggi.
What about Angela?
La conosci?
We used to dance together when we were little, I know her by sight. Per strada ci salutiamo sempre.
Well, I think she's nice. She was the one who talked to us the first time, while the rest of us were sulking in the corridor. Risponde sempre alle domande. I think she's very smart.
That's fantastic, James.
What about you? Parli poco della scuola.
Well, you know, I've lived here forever. I know almost everyone. I have less chance of meeting new people. Actually, these days, uno am sad for Sonia, my best friend. Va via dall'Italia.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where is her family going to live?
In America.
Oh, it's funny. I never thought someone could leave Italy and end up in my house.
Beh, vanno a vivere in Texas. That's not exactly your house. It is a very common thing to leave Italy, especially to America. Dei miei zii vivono in Massachusetts.
Well, you can come with me to America sometime so you can visit Sonia.
That would be great, James. That would be great.
Don't be sad. Come on. Andiamo a lezione.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today you are lucky. The lesson will be very short, but you will not be able to pay less attention.
We would never do that, signora Bianca.
Well, I hope so. Today's topic will be a very common construction in Italian speech. There is and there are. Who can tell me what verb we will use to say this in Italian?
I suppos essere.
Exactly, but pay attention to his form. C'è un gatto. Ci sono due gatti.
What are those ci and si?
That's the point. The particles ci for the singular and ci for the plural correspond to the English there. Be very careful with the apostrophe on the ci and the accent on the e. Writing them correctly is essential to make the construct sound as it should.
C'è un cane. Ci sono due cani.
Yes, that's all. You can also say dei cani to refer to an unspecified plural number of dogs. Ci sono dei cani.
This time, I can truly say that I understood the lesson from start to finish.
Don't get too used to it. Well, that's it for today. I wish you a good evening and arrivederci alla prossima.
Arrivederci, signora Bianca.
What's the problem now, Jim? I'm at work, you know. Are you cleaning up the tool shed?
C'è un ragno gigante.
Where?
In the cabinet where Dad keeps the spare parts.
Come on, James, you are 13 now. You can manage it.
I'm afraid of spiders, you know. How can I make him go away?
Take a stuff and hit him.
Which one? Ci sono tanti bastoni.
Take the broom, it will be easy to hit him with it.
Non c'è.
Impossible. Look behind the back door.
C'è solo una pala.
Use that. It's the same.
Okay, I'll try.
Are you okay, James? What's happening?
Non c'è solo uno ragno, ce ne sono due. Oh no, sono tre. I give up. I'm going home and waiting for Dad.
Wait, there should be a bug spray in the small cabinet.
I'm looking for it. Oh, c'è davvero. Now I can do it. Be afraid, spiders.
Done. James. Why the silence? Should I be worried?
No. But you don't have to be angry.
What happened?
I think they're not spiders. They're lints.
You're always the same, Jim. Now shut up and clean that place up.
Sorry, Mom.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, Signora Bianca. Do we have a short lesson today like last time?
Not really, non adagiarti sugli allori.
What?
That's a way of saying it means that you don't have to underestimate it.
Hear me out now. Today we are talking about demonstrative pronouns. Questo, quello, questi, quelli.
This, that, this, those, right.
Perfetto, Franz. Can you also tell me the feminine pronouns?
Oh, ok, it should be like an adjective. Questa, quella, queste, quelle.
Very good. As in English, the difference between this and that in their different forms is the distance of the object we are referring to, near and far, respectively.
No particular forms? No exceptions? I no longer trust this language.
No exceptions, you're lucky. But we have to take a look on the contracted forms. As we saw with articles, we find a contraction when the word next to the pronoun starts with a vowel. This is pretty easy because any consonant needs the complete form quello and any vowel needs the contracted form quel. You can try it with any word you want.
Questo diario, quest'albero.
Esatto! Another form we can find only with the masculine first singular pronoun is quel, without the final e. We can find this form when the starting consonant of the next word is B, C, D, M, N, P, R, X, Y, and some words with S.
Oh, here we are. Now I'm confused.
Quello zaino. Quel diario, quello scivolo, quel castello. It's not that difficult if you try.
Masculine is always more difficult than feminine.
Well, you're right. We haven't finished yet. Just like the difference between plural articles I and li, masculine demonstrative pronouns, when plural can be found in the forms quei or quelli.
Do they follow the summer ulassi and gli?
Hopefully yes. Quei quaderni, quelli zaini. This is equal to I quaderni and li zaini.
Good. I thought worse.
That was today's topic. See you next lesson, guys.
Franz, can you pass me the super glue?
Quale? Questa?
No, quell'altro, giallo e nero.
Here it is.
I didn't think you were so good at this technical stuff, Paolo.
My father is an engineer, he have a lot of fun building things with him. And then he had to make myself useful in some way, after Franz's help with maths.
Thanks to you. Quest'idea del razzo è fantastica.
Can I be of any help?
Sì, queste cose per terra. Put them back in the box, so we can sort them out.
Questi bulloni?
No, non quelli. We need those, questi pezzi.
Okay, easy.
Will it fly?
If we have inserted the trigger correctly, yes, it will fly like a dream.
What will Angelica and Francesco build?
I think they will build a mini volcano, like in American movies.
It's not just in the movies. In America, we actually build them.
Oh, ok, sorry. This is it, guys. Questo è un capolavoro. And the best part is that we just change the trigger and we can use it as many times as we want.
Let's try it now.
Was that supposed to disappear into the clouds?
Non proprio.
Well, we can't say it didn't work.
Get your things, we have to find it. That's our science grade. It must have fallen off somewhere.
Let's go find him over there.
Dove?
Vicino a quel fumo.
Fumo? Ops.
Maybe we should start building a volcano too.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today we are going to talk about adjectives again, but we are going to talk about very particular adjectives, possessive adjectives.
Yes, I know. We will have to adapt them to the noun they refer to.
Yes, that's clear now, I see. While in English, my can be used to refer to any noun, singular or plural, masculine or feminine, in Italian we have to adapt it to the number and gender of the noun it refers to. Il mio, I miei, la mia, le mie.
So, il mio, il moi.
Tuo. I think we need to repeat them all. They are all very different.
Il mio, il tuo, il suo, il.
Il nostro, il vostro, il loro. All of them adapted as we already explained. The only one that doesn't change his form is loro. Il loro, I loro, la loro, le loro.
Sometimes an easy form appears.
Well, there is something for which Italian is easier than English. You will have already guessed that there is a different form for when the adjective is not followed by a noun. As when in English we say mine, well, there isn't.
Oh, good news!
Is this your pen? Yes, it's mine. Questa è la tua penna? Sì, è la mia. Again, we have il mio, il tuo, il suo, il nostro, il vostro e il loro. Let's try with some examples.
I miei genitori dicono.
First mistake. Plural for mio is miei, not mii. But I understand why you made this mistake.
Va bene.
I suoi genitori sono americani.
Yes, perfect. Let's exercise with a game. You have to guess the translation and be aware the articles. Is this your cat?
Questo è il tuo gatto?
Correct. His eyes are beautiful.
I suoi occhi sono bellissimi.
Nice. What if she was a girl?
I think that would be the same.
Bravo! There's no gender difference in possessive articles. Good! That was all for today. Repeat this adjective to stay in practice and be aware the plural forms. They are the more difficult. Alla prossima, ragazzi! Buona serata!
Cano, Canonche.
Francesco.
Hi, Franz. I can't stop talking. I'm desperate.
Maybe I can help you. Tell me.
I have an appointment today. I should hurry home. Ma non trovo il mio zaino.
Which lesson did you have last?
I came from the gym, but it's not there. It's gone. I sono dentro le mie cose. What a disaster.
Come on, I can't have disappeared. Let's go find it in every classroom you've been in today.
La mia classe è quella.
Okay, let's see. There are backpacks here. Maybe it's one of them. È questo il tuo? I seem to remember it being grey.
Sì, ma non è il mio.
Why are there all these backpacks here?
I don't know. I don't care. I just want to get my stuff back and go home. Arg, Illinois mio computer, I mi libri. What if they stole it?
Who would steal a backpack? Hey, look at this. Aren't these Angela and Paolo S backpacks?
Sì, sono I loro. What are they doing here?
They all disappeared, leaving their things behind.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today we will have nothing to conjugate or decline, much to James' delight.
Well, I don't mind learning something simple later.
What we are going to see today are adverbs, specifically adverbs of frequency. Who knows what they are?
I think they are things like often or never.
Hey, you're reading it on the book. Is this your secret to staying on top of things, Franz?
That's not the secret, James. You too have your book to read on. Anyway, yes, friends, those are adverbs of frequency. First of all, we have to learn the most popular of them. Sempre means that you always do a thing. At the opposite, mai means that you never do that thing. Between them, we have spesso, di solito, raramente.
How can I say that I do a thing? Not never, but quite?
Are you talking about studying?
Shut up!
You can say quasi mai, or to say the opposite, quasi sempre. In any case, you can construct your own frequency nuances using words such as quasi, molto, or poco. Now, let's see how to put these adverbs in the phrases.
Ci sono sempre differenze.
Molto bravo, James. You said that perfectly.
Really?
Wow, good job, James.
As I was going to say, not like in English, in Italian, adverbs are usually placed after the main verb. Io vado spesso al parco. I usually go to the park. The only exception in English is an adverb placed after the verb to be. I am often tired. Well, in Italian we can say the same. Sono spesso stanco.
Why do you say non if mai already has a negative value?
We will talk about this in the next lesson. For now, make sure you understand the lesson well and are able to place adverbs in the right place in a sentence.
Io capisco spesso tutto.
This is not the lesson about lies, James.
Franz dice spesso cose stupide.
Well, I see you really understood the lesson, James.
Did you hear that, Franz?
Ci vediamo alla prossima, ragazzi.
Please don't go into the woods. I don't want any adventures like last time.
We can stop just before the caretakers at, where we got lost last time.
E this spot of green seems okay.
Well, what have you prepared for us, Anna? I'm starving.
Oh, I did my best this time. Tada!
What's this green stuff?
These are vegetable rolls. This is a spelt salad. And this is a carrot cake.
I love carrot cake. Mia madre non la prepara quasi mai.
Oh, well, good. Did you bring something with meat, right?
Come on, Claudio, we're in the nature, we can't eat meat.
Wait, are we going to have lunch without, I don't know, a hamburger or a steak?
Ragazzi, non mangiate verdure?
Non molto spesso.
Mai.
Mai? Really?
Quasi mai. Mangio spesso frutta, ma not a lunch.
Bad. Vegetables are very important. They make the body work well.
I've spent my life eating meat, and I feel great.
What about protein? You can't live without it.
Vegetables have protein. Just different proteins. Spesso hanno più proteine della carne.
That's true. Io mangio quasi sempre patate dolci, a cena.
Sin, Franz is an example to follow.
Everyone knows that vegetables exist as a side dish for steaks.
Everyone knows that this is nonsense.
Well, come to think of it? Io ate a pumpkin.
Solo una volta.
Una volta, sì, mia madre la prepara quasi sempre.
Poor woman, you don't know what you're missing. So, will you test my dishes or not? I might be offended.
Uff, va bene.
At least the cake has sugar in it. I dolci sono sempre buoni.
The cake is for later, now you eat the rolls.
They're delicious.
Thank you, Franz.
Ok, I'm going to try it.
You will not be disappointed.
Claudio, do you have a spear in your backpack?
A spear?
To go hunting for anice boar.
Fate sempre gli stupidi.
Buongiorno a tutti! As we anticipated yesterday, today we are going to talk about negative and interrogative forms in Italian.
You just put none in a phrase, right?
Yes, but you obviously don't put it random in the phrase. As you noticed, it is easy to make sentences negative in Italian. Just put non in front of the verb. Non siamo inglesi. Non ho fratelli.
Okay, that was truly easy. I never understood why the English form is to be so complicated.
How do you make negations in German?
Well, that's a long argument.
Yes, let's remain on Italian. We risk to confuse ourselves. Well, let's repeat the three forms of a phrase in Italian. Affirmative form is the one you have known all the time.
Is that the one you use to make an order?
No, that's imperative. That's a totally different tense.
Yes, we will see it another time. Affirmative form is the classic form of a phrase. Io vado spesso a Milano. To make this phrase negative, as we said, we put a non before the verb. Io non vado spesso a Milano.
Chiaro! What about that double negation we saw last time? Non sono mai stato, for example.
Oh, right, that's simply an exception. With mai, we always use non, although, as in English, mai is in itself a negation. Io non vado mai a Milano. The last form is the interrogative one. The form is pretty similar to the affirmative one, but as you can imagine, we have to add a question mark at the end of the phrase.
Vado spesso a Milano.
Are you questioning that to yourself?
Oh, you're right. That doesn't make much sense.
Vai spesso a Milano? This should sound better.
Yes, it does.
A small note on interrogative forms. When you have to answer a question, in English you would say something like, yes, I do, repeating the verb. In Italian, this is not necessary. Just answer sì.
Oh, that's a good improvement.
Bene, enough for today. Next one will be our last lesson for this Master Italian Grammar, so be prepared. Alla prossima, ragazzi!
Arrivederci, signora Bianca!
Anna, say to, Anna, giusto?
Angela, ciao. It's been a long time.
Yes. Cosa fai in aeroporto?
A dear friend of mine just left. She went to live in America. Ti ricordi di Sonia?
Oh. Sonia, yes, the girl with the curly hair. All three of us went to ballet together, right?
Esatto. E tu cosa ci fai qui?
I said goodbye to someone too. My older brother is back in Slovenia. He had come to Italy to visit us.
Oh, I thought you all live here now.
Well, quite. Joseph, my brother, is the only one still living in Slovenia. Non ries a trovare lavoro in Italia. When he succeeds, he will come back with us.
Oh, capisco. What a strange place, the airport.
Yes, it's really melancholic to me, but it's full of life going on.
Hai ragione. I heard you met James and Franz.
Sono tuoi amici?
Sì.
Well, non ci siamo proprio conosciuti, but they seem to get along very well with Francesco and Paolo.
I've never seen those two boys before. Chi sono?
Well, they are the first friends I met when I came to Italy.
Capisco. Well, Maybe now we'll meet more often.
I hope so. I remember we two were good friends when we were little.
Yes, time pass, things change.
E gli arei part ono.
Yeah, my parents will be here any minute. Come torni a casa?
I was thinking of taking a bus.
We can give you a lift if you want.
Oh, grazie. Non disturbo?
Of course not. How about some food at the bar while we wait?
That would be great.
Buongiorno ragazzi! Welcome to the last lesson of this course. Our last argument for now will be simple prepositions. You might have heard them before. They have a really melodic sound.
Deire di, a, da, in, con, su, per, tra, fra.
Haha! You were reading it on the book, like last time. I'm on to you now.
You discovered uno can read. Wow!
Stop talking, boys. Well, simple prepositions in Italian are those prepositions not followed by an article. Articles are used to make particular prepositions, but for today we are good with the simple ones. As Franz said, they are 9. Let's see them one by one. A can be used talking about places or persons and usually translates to Vado spesso a Roma. Lo regalo a te.
Vado a mangiare.
Yes, that's another use of a. Bravo! Da can be used to explain movement from a place or movement to a person. Vengo da Roma. Sto venendo da te.
Or maybe prendo da bere.
Bravo anche tu, James. Di is usually used to explain possession or, in some case, the material of an object. Il libro è di James. Il banco è di legno. This means that di is usually a translation for of. In indicates the state of a thing into something, both physically and metaphorically. Siamo in Italia. Vai in isolamento.
That's a pretty easy one. Sono in casa.
No, that would be sono a casa.
This time James is right, friends. You can say both in casa and a casa.
Oh.
Moving on, con is used to explain aggregation between things and persons. Vado a scuola con lui. Mi piace il gelato con il cioccolato.
Sono contento della lezione.
What? Contento is a word, not to.
Yes, I was kidding you.
Su can be translated as on or up. If a thing is physically on another thing, you say il libro è sul tavolo. If you want to console a friend, you say tirati su, metaphorically. Finally, per is used to mean the reason or the destination of a thing or action. Ho un regalo per te. Prendo il treno per Londra.
Percorro la strada per casa.
Corretto.
Is it a coincidence that percorrere is made of words per and correre?
I'm afraid it is a coincidence, James.
Well, you had to finish the course with a stupid thing of yours.
Lessons wouldn't be the same without these.
Well, I agree, James. That's all, students. It was fun, but the course is over for now.
I can't wait for the next one.
Buona serata, ragazzi.
Buona serata a lei, signora Bianca. It's already been almost a year, friends.
Yes, un anno di vita in Italia.
Are you satisfied with the way things are going?
Well, yes, he had a down period, but thanks to you uno got through it great. Mi avete tirato su.
Do you ever think about what it would be like to stay in Germany?
I have been thinking of it per molti giorni, but in the end uno realized that what counts is what really happens. What could have happened is just fantasy. What is real is this, io e te in Italia, con I nostri nuovi amici.
That's a good life philosophy.
Do you ever think about how lucky we are to end up here? Immagina di finire in una brutta città, con brutte persone.
Oh, yes. You know, I never liked my old city in America. Here, I feel much freer to be myself.
Really? You never mentioned that.
Yeah, it was all very closed off. Like everyone expected me to be someone else.
Capisco, ci sono molte cose in comune fra me e te.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that, seeing you walk into class that day.
Me neither.
You seem like a boring nerd, but... Well, you are a nerd, but an interesting one.
Well, you looked like a braggart, but it was you who helped me to settle in. I never thanked you, so thank you.
Grazie a te. Imagine if I hadn't had another foreigner. I would have kept quiet at first. Almeno per 2 anni.
And you would have gotten bad grades in maths.
Sicuro. Come ti vedi tra 2 anni?
2 years, first of all uno will speak very good Italian.
Of course.
He will be one of the best skaters in town. And he will have founded a huge community of role players.
Whoa, great plan.
Per te invece?
First of all, I will speak Italian quite well.
Quite.
And I will be a fantastic musician. I will do my concerts with Anna. I will have days plenty of funny things. And at evening, I will be at your house role-playing.
Hooray!
Well, it's quite late. Iniziamo a percorrere la strada per casa.
Va bene. Anyway, I must say it, tra tutte le persone di questa città, you're the last one who ever thought would be my friend.
You too!
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca!
As I told you, today we are going to talk again about food. Today's topic is metodi di cottura.
Cooking methods? I love fried food. How can I call it?
Okay, let's start with fried food. Cibo fritto. Famous fried foods are patatine fritte.
Yay! Love them!
Frittelle, pannelle, a typical Sicilian food, and many others.
Don't forget chicken.
Yes, il pollo fritto è molto buono. Another important cooking method is alla griglia.
Like bistecche?
Yes, carne alla griglia is usually cooked. You can also cook meat arrosto.
I wansate arrosticini.
What are they?
They're little skewers of roasted meat, typical of Italy.
I prefer maiale arrosto.
Concluding with meat, another cooking method that I personally don't like is al sangue.
What? Blood?
Al sangue in English is rare. It means that meat is not so much cooked.
It's delicious.
I hate it!
You have to try. Filetto di manzo al sangue.
No thanks. You know, they invented fire for a reason.
Fire was discovered, not invented.
What if I want to specify that I want a well-done steak?
Well, you can say vorrei una bistecca ben cotta.
That's what I will say.
Let's go on, boys. Food cooked in boiling water is called bollito or lesso.
Like pasta.
Yes, la pasta è bollita. fritta. Lesso is usually said for other foods like patate or pesce. And finally, we have cottura a vapore, one of my favorites.
What can you cook with steam?
Well, you can cook ravioli, like in Chinese tradition, or verdure.
Not my taste at all.
Vegetables can be delicious. Well, I won't be able to change your mind, so lesson's over for today. See you next time!
So, James, have you decided what you want to eat?
I don't know. Let me check the menu. Primi piatti. Linguini al pesto, pasta alla norma.
Don't you like them? They're all delicious.
Yes, I know, but I wanted to try something new. I have already eaten these plates.
Don't be picky, this is a good restaurant. The main courses look very interesting.
Secondi piatti. Gamberoni arrosto, filetto con salsa al pistacchio.
I like this one.
Okay, pasta alla norma e filetto a pistacchio.
Have a look on the page about wines. Tell me what they have.
Vini, Nero d'Avola, Barbera.
Maybe I will take beer.
Do you want a dessert, dear?
Oh, no, if I eat desserts I have a hard time digesting.
Niente dolci ma alcolici sì?
That's just a beer.
Io voglio un dolce.
Me too. Semifreddo alla vaniglia.
I like it. Let's take 2 of them.
Where is the waiter? I'm so hungry.
Have you just finished all those ham skewers?
They were so little.
And where are those mozzarella I wanted to try?
I think I ate them all. Gli antipasti erano molto buoni.
You just ate them all. You too are incorrigibles.
Oh, here he comes, the waiter.
Do you want to order for us, James?
No, I'm not ready. I didn't study this situation at school yet.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
As I told you, today we are going to talk again about food. Today's topic is metodi di cottura.
Cooking methods? I love fried food. How can I call it?
Okay, let's start with fried food. Cibo fritto. Famous fried foods are patatine fritte,
Yay! Love them!
frittelle, pannelle, a typical Sicilian food, and many others.
Don't forget chicken.
Yes, il pollo fritto è molto buono. Another important cooking method is alla griglia.
Like bistecche?
Yes, carne alla griglia is usually cooked. You can also cook meat arrosto.
I wansate arrosticini.
What are they?
They're little skewers of roasted meat, typical of Italy.
I prefer maiale arrosto.
Concluding with meat, another cooking method that I personally don't like is al sangue.
What? Blood?
Al sangue in English is rare. It means that meat is not so much cooked.
It's delicious.
I hate it.
You have to TRY il filetto di manzo al sangue.
No thanks. You know, they invented fire for a reason.
Fire was discovered, not invented.
What if I want to specify that I want a well-done steak?
Well, you can say vorrei una bistecca ben cotta.
That's what I will say.
Let's go on, boys. Food cooked in boiling water is called bollito or lesso.
Like pasta.
Yes, la pasta è bollita. Lesso is usually said for other foods like patate or pesce. And finally, we have cottura a vapore, one of my favorites.
What can you cook with steam?
Well, you can cook ravioli, like in Chinese tradition, or verdure.
Not my taste at all.
Vegetables can be delicious. Well, I won't be able to change your mind, so lesson's over for today. See you next time!
Are you sure it won't rain? Easy clouds over there.
There's nothing to be afraid of. We have been planning this for days. Oh, we are ready to put the meat on the grill. Come with me.
I love having barbecue at open air.
We usually do this outside the city, where the air is cleaner, but today we had to make do with the garden.
It's because of our misadventure in the woods last month.
What kind of meat are we going to eat?
My favorite one is this. Costolette di maiale alla griglia.
Do we have any steak?
Oh, yes, we have bistecche e cosce di pollo.
Pollo alla griglia? I think I prefer pollo frito.
What an American thing!
What are you talking about? You cook pollo fritto in Italy too.
Today only natural cooking methods. We can make pollo arrosto in our wood fueled oven.
Are those vegetables?
Yes, they're for my mother. She doesn't eat meat without her vegetable side dish.
I've never tried roasted vegetables.
We are not going to roast them. We have a pot on the stove. Le facciamo bollite.
Oh no, did you just feel a raindrop?
It's starting to rain, Claudio.
Oh no! Most of the meat is not cooked!
Carne al sangue. I love it.
Non è al sangue, è cruda.
How are we going to cook the meat?
We will use pan and cooker.
But the natural cooking.
It seems like the sky didn't like our natural cooking.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today we will continue with last time's topic, learning how to order food.
Voglio un caffè.
That's a bit rude, James. A polite way to ask for a coffee is un caffè, per favore.
Oh, it's true.
And the waiter may respond, altro?
Why? Have they run out of coffee?
I think she is asking if you want something else with the coffee.
Yes, that's the point. What would you answer, James?
Anche una bistecca, grazie.
Steak with coffee.
That was just an example. Okay, una brioche, grazie.
Perfetto! Finally, when you have to pay, you can say quant'è?
Great, we are already masters of counting money.
I know, guys. Very good. Now we can analyze our table well. Basic elements are il piatto e il tovagliolo. The first one to eat in, the second one to clean up our mouth. Where can I drink?
In un vetro?
In un bicchiere. Vetro is the material. Where can I drink my coffee instead?
In una tazza.
Tazza is a bit large for a coffee. Better use una tazzina. Now we can start to eat with our cutlery.
Cucchiaio, forchetta e coltello.
See, steak and coffee wasn't a bad idea.
I think it is instead. Now I would have a recap of the foods we can find on our tables. Let's start with vegetables.
Oh no!
Come on, James, how it is called?
Verdura.
Yes, and vegetables can be cooked in delicious soups. How would you call them?
Supis, zuppa.
Yes, then we have frutta, as good as the vegetables.
Wasn't it masculine?
La frutta stands for fruit in general, while I frutti are numerable fruits. We can also find frutta secca, like castagne, noci.
Are you sure you want to eat in this place?
I'm hungry. I absolutely need a snack. And then Bea's won't open for a few weeks. What's the problem?
I don't know. I don't like it. Look at the floor. It's horribly dirty.
It will be good. Look, the waiter is coming. Let me order for you.
Are you able?
I have to redeem myself after the embarrassment my parents made of me at the restaurant.
€1,50 is very little.
Better like this, don't you think?
Yes, but there is something strange. Oh no, la tazzina è sporca.
It's a mistake for sure.
Anche il tovagliolo è sporco. E anche il piatto. I don't think I will eat this.
I can eat yours too.
Prego.
It's not that bad. Oh, it's terrible!
I knew it.
It has a strange taste. It could be poisonous.
You're kidding me.
I'm in danger! Ah!
Stop joking on me.
It's not bad. You can eat it.
You're right. Il cornetto è buono.
See? Our snack is safe.
In any case, I can't bite for BS to reopen.
What does Bea have that this place does not?
Stoviglie pulite.
Buongiorno a tutti!
Buongiorno!
Today, after learning the vocabulary of the eating table, we will learn how to behave and make requests about food. Let's start by making a reservation.
I will try. I know it. Ok? Salve, vorrei riservare un tavolo.
Nice try, friends, but you mistook the verb. Vorrei prenotare un tavolo.
Ok, I didn't that one.
So, vorrei prenotare un tavolo per 3 persone.
Me, you, and Franz?
It sounds great. Per che ora, friends?
Per le 9.
Right.
Now we have a reservation for 9 o'clock.
Wait, James. We didn't give a name. A che nome?
A nome James.
Perfetto, buona serata.
Great simulation. Now let's try to figure out what we would like to eat. I'll start. A me piace la minestra.
A me non piace le verdure.
Verdure is plural, James. Don't forget. A me non piacciono.
Oh, right.
Io amo il pesce.
Is there something you like more than fish, friends?
Yes, I like.
In Italian, of course.
Giusto. I dolci mi piacciono più.
Di più. Ti piacciono di più del pesce. Well, let's see some expressions we usually use at the table. When the dinner was ready, my mom used to yell, "A tavola! È pronto!"
Who is ready?
The food is ready.
Yes, it is an impersonal expression to mean the dinner is ready.
What can I say if dinner is not ready and I'm hungry?
You can say ho fame. Fame is hunger in Italian. And when you receive your food, always remember to wish a good meal to the other person saying Buon appetito!
So many rules!
Don't be rude. It's etiquette.
I know. I become a bit rude when I'm hungry.
Pay attention! Let's finish the lesson with another important expression at the table. What if you want me to give you the water, friends?
MH, vorrei l'acqua.
Not wrong, but in Italian we usually say puoi passarmi l'acqua?
I prefer sparkling water.
Can you say it in Italian?
Of course. Preferisco l'acqua,
Frizzante. Good enough. Today's lesson is over. See you.
Arrivederci. Hey, Dad, do you think Mom managed to prepare a good dinner?
I don't know, James. Last time she made a disaster. But she put in a lot of effort, so appreciate it anyway.
A tavola. Avete un tavolo prenotato.
In the best restaurant in the world.
Siamo già qui.
Vi piace il pollo.
Oh, yes.
Lo amiamo.
You will love this roasted chicken.
It looks really good.
Hai molta fame.
No, non molta. That's the reason why I won't eat too much of it, okay?
Sure, dear. Well, servitevi e buon appetito.
Grazie, altrettanto.
Jenny, mi passi l'acqua.
Is it too dry?
It's really not bad, Mom. Mi piace di più dell'altra volta.
Jenny. Hush.
Why, didn't you like the last dinner I made for you?
That's not what he wanted to say, honey. Si piaceva tantissimo.
You don't have to try to make me happy, dear. Last time I understood very well that you were not very satisfied with the dinner. Do you think I didn't notice? But I appreciate that you tried to hide it.
She's right. Oggi è molto più buono. That's what matters.
Thank you, you've taken a load off my mind.
Come on, tell me what was the most horrible food last time.
La torta didn't taste like anything.
Don't overdo it, James.
No, he's right. I tasted it before bringing it to the table. It didn't taste like anything at all.
So what's the dessert today?
I made the same cake. Spiro meglio dell'altra. Buon appetito.
Speriamo bene.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, Signora Bianca. Are we going to learn new terms about food?
Not quite. Today we will learn how to make polite requests at the table, but also in any other place.
James will really need it.
Don't talk nonsense.
In order to learn these new expressions well, we will need to know a new verbal tense, the present conditional. This tense is used to represent hypotheses and it could be compared to the English form would. Io vorrei. I would like. Anyone here can conjugate this tense with the verb essere?
Franz is the smart one.
No, I can't. Never learned it. I don't know. Io vorrei. Tu vorrei. Lui vorrei.
Don't tell them randomly. Well, I will do it for you. Io vorrei, tu vorresti, lui vorrebbe, noi vorremmo, voi vorreste, loro vorrebbero. Memorize it as soon as you can. Let's have some examples. Vorrei una birra, grazie.
Blech, I hate beer.
Well, then order something else, James.
Well, io vorrei. I don't know what to eat. Vorrei il menu.
Very good. And what would you like, friends?
Lui vorrei delle verdure.
You're not funny. You even got the conjugation wrong.
Lui vorrebbe delle verdure, James. You are allowed to make jokes only if you say them correctly in Italian. You will try the next example, okay? What if you want to reserve a table, like the last time?
Oh, I remember. Buongiorno. Vorrei ordinare un tavolo.
Do you want to eat it? Don't you remember the right verb?
It's
Vorrei prenotare un tavolo. Give some seconds, friends.
Bravo, James! This was a pretty short lesson. Be prepared for the next one. Arrivederci!
Arrivederci, signora Bianca.
Buongiorno, ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today we are going to tackle a whole new topic. We are going to talk about emotions and feelings. Tell me, how do you feel right now?
I'm tired.
I'm really happy.
So many different emotions. James è stanco. Franz è molto felice. Why are you tired, James?
Yesterday, I spent the whole evening rehearsing my part for the music concert. I didn't even have dinner.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Sei affamato? I said, are you hungry?
Oh, right. Sì, ho fame.
Well, personally, I would say ho molto freddo. Winter is not my time.
Oh, it's true. Summer is far better.
Can you name the feeling you usually have in summer?
Sadness, because I have to go to the sea with my parents.
No, I was not talking about tristezza. I don't like it.
It's caldo.
Yes, caldo. You can say ho caldo or also sento caldo. Can you name another emotions?
Well, last week my holiday in Germany has been cancelled, so I was really rabbioso.
Arrabbiato is a more appropriate term. Let's try another one. There are so many of them.
Well, last week, Anna and I watched a horror movie.
How did you feel?
Bored.
Annoiato? Wasn't that movie scary?
No, it wasn't. It was a delusion.
How would we call fear, anyway?
Well, James was too brave with that movie. So, let me tell you, when something is scary, you say it is spaventoso. So, you can define yourself spaventato.
Well, fear is a great emotion when you see a good horror movie. I love spaventezza.
Fear is called paura.
Oh, well, that one.
Well, I think this is all for today's lesson. See you next Monday.
Oh, I hate Monday. On Mondays, I'm always,
Come on, we said that a few minutes ago.
Il lunedì sono sempre stanco.
Bravo. Arrivederci, ragazzi.
Arrivederci.
Che film noioso.
Noioso? Are you kidding me? That was stunning. Absolutely incredible.
I almost fell asleep.
That wasn't the movie's fault. Eri stanco.
I don't know. It wasn't a bad movie, but sono un po' delusa.
Delusa? Come on, guys. Did we see the same movie?
I don't know. I slept for the whole second act.
What about the CGI effects? They were incredible. The sand monster was frightening.
This is true. Davvero spaventoso.
Are you talking about that plastic-looking caterpillar?
You didn't like that either?
Non ho paura dei film horror. Let alone this kind of fake science fiction.
I don't understand you. Io sono felicissimo del film. Super soddisfatto.
Let's talk about the ending. Did you like it? It was ridiculous.
Well, in this case Claudio is right.
It was just incomplete.
I'm going to the cinema to see a movie, not a TV show pilot. Questa cosa mi fa arrabbiare.
That's an artistic choice.
I think it's more a commercial choice.
You're so critical. Franz would have appreciated it.
Just because he loves science fiction. Oh, che freddo.
In that room they had left the radiators on. Sentivo caldissimo.
Are you criticizing the movie for this too?
Don't be talky. The cinema S temperature is not the director S fault.
Avete fame?
Molto.
Yes, the movie just took too long for me. 3 hours. I was not prepared.
Let's go to the pizzeria at the end of the street.
Good idea.
Pizza will surely be better spent money than on that movie.
We will rewatch it and I will make you change your mind.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
You seem very active this morning. Great! Today we are going to learn some terms about anatomy.
We already study science.
Well, this will be a recap. In this lesson, we will start with human face.
What about starting with hair?
I agree. Hair in Italian is called capelli.
Is this a plural?
Yes, be really careful about this. Try to use it in an example, James.
I capelli di Franz sono neri.
Great! Going down on a human face, we find la fronte.
Forehead.
Yes, below my big forehead you can find the eyebrows.
Let me guess. Occhiali, from occhio, which is eye.
This was particularly stupid.
Sopracciglio. You should review what occhiali is. It is called sopracciglio because it is right above lashes. Sopracciglio.
Go on, Franz. I'm not able.
Don't say this. Come on, how is the nose called?
It's naso.
See, you are not so bad.
Il naso di James è enorme.
Nice example. Down below we have la bocca, the mouth, and all around it.
Another hair.
Creative answer, but no.
Abbiamo la barba, the beard.
You don't have a beard.
Barba e baffi. Right. I know nobody here has heard of mustache, but come on, give me an example.
Super Mario ha I baffi neri.
E le barba invisibile.
Super Mario doesn't have a beard.
Maybe he has an invisible one.
That S.
Come on, we have the last one. What do you think the ears are called?
I may remember they have a strange long name.
They are called orecchie.
That's also a type of pasta.
These are orecchiette. Yes, it sounds like little ears because of their shape.
Are you still thinking to the food lesson, James?
Well, he might know that argument pretty well. Enough for today. We will continue our Italian anatomy lesson next time.
Arrivederci, signora Bianca. Really? That's all?
It's orrible, James.
Il tuo naso? Non è vero.
She is right.
You're making this scene just because Angela told you your nose is ugly?
She used me as an example for something ugly.
But that was a joke. A bad joke. Come on, look at my eyebrows. Sopracciglia spesse. E guarda I miei capelli.
What do your hair have so bad?
They're all messed up, and they have a terrible color.
That's not true. You're not ugly. Hai gli occhi verdi.
E I tuoi sono azzurri.
I think green is better than blue.
This is not a color competition. Are you listening to me?
Look here. Ho le orecchie a sventola.
Come on, Franz. No one cares about your nose shape. You are not your nose. Everyone has some part of his body that he doesn't like.
Really?
Of course. Take Angela herself, for example. Ha la fronte larga. Anna ha il naso aquilino. Francesco ha le orecchie a sventola.
Angela S for the SNT wide. But I think you're right.
That's the spirit. Nobody's perfect. If you're ugly, I'm ugly with you. We can be ugly together.
Oh, thank you, James.
Buongiorno ragazzi! Today we will continue our little anatomy lesson by learning the key terms of the human body. You should already know from the last lesson how to name the face.
La faccia. See? I was paying attention.
And that's great, James. Pay attention now too. The face is located on the head, which we call testa or capo.
I thought capo was a sort of boss.
Yes, it also has that meaning. If you think about it, in English too, we can name a boss head.
Oh, I didn't think about it.
What links the head to the rest of the body is called collo.
Neck. And then we have the chest. I've been going to the gym for some days, so I think I'll remember them.
Really? Then name the chest in Italian.
It's cesto.
I knew you were going to say something terribly wrong.
You named a basket. The chest is named petto.
Don't you remember we had a petto di pollo last Tuesday?
You're right.
Below the chest we have la pancia o lo stomaco.
What is the difference?
Stomaco usually refers to the organ more than the belly. And finally, we have the limbs, very important to know. Who can name them?
I think they are braccia e gambe.
Be aware, braccia is a particular plural. Braccio, braccia. Also, are you forgetting something?
Mani e piedi.
Oh, yes, I forgot some pieces.
You told them correctly, James. Now, let's try some example to exercise.
Okay, I've got it. Io lavo la mani.
Nice try, but remember that lavarsi le mani is a reflexive verb. Io mi lavo le mani. You have to use the reflexive parcel before the verb.
In palestra alleno il petto.
Nice! I think we are good with this argument. See you next time for a new vocabulary topic.
Arrivederci, signora Bianca.
Franz, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. Just stop hovering over me like this. Il mio piede. E la mia gamba. E la mia mano. I fell on it.
Oh no, I'm afraid it's serious.
Don't scare him like this, Claudio. What happened, Franz? I didn't see. Did someone hurt you?
No. He was running after the ball. I think he had a sprain.
I will help you getting up.
Should I call an ambulance?
The pitch keeper is arriving with an ice bag.
Oh, I think he could faint. Mi gira la testa.
Stop it, Claudio. Franz is the injured one, not you.
Is he alright?
Yeah, he's still traumatized from last year.
What happened last year?
We were playing a match and Claudio fell just like you today, braccio fratturato.
Braccio fratturato? Tutte e due le braccia. 2 months in plaster.
How did you break the second one?
Well, we were bringing him out of the pitch, but he kept moving, so he fell again. He.
There's nothing to laugh at. I remember my bone out of my arm.
That's not true. That was all suggestion. There was no bone out of no arm.
Well, it was really painful anyway.
Franz, anyway, that goal was amazing.
Yes, con il petto. You're an amazing player.
Yours was amazing too, Claudio. Di testa.
Oh no. How will we play our little tournament?
What about asking James?
Do you want to make him injured too?
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, signora Bianca.
Today we are going to learn some terms that will be very useful in our life in the city. We will learn how to name important places and how to ask for them.
Let's start with the place we are in right now.
Great! Do you know where we are?
Of course, in una scuola.
Great!
I was in the city station yesterday. How did my dad call it? Stazione ferrovia.
Stazione ferroviaria, but we usually call it simply stazione. Did you go to Germany?
Yes.
Can you name the place where you took your plane?
Easy, aeroporto.
It's aeroporto. You take aereo, not aero.
No, James. Franz is right. It's called aeroporto, like any other name with aero in it.
Always strange contractions.
Well, another very important place can be il gabinetto or il bagno.
Yes, toilette. Very, very important when you're not home.
And the hospital too.
Ospitale?
Ospedale. Ospitale is a normal adjective. You should have learned it.
What about San Fanplas?
What kind of places do you like? Campeggio? Parco giochi?
Stazione di servizio.
That is not funny at all.
I don't know. I just read it in the exercise book.
You just have named a petrol station.
Okay, not so funny after all.
Well, this was practically all for today. Next time, we will learn how to ask information about places.
Alla prossima, signora Bianca.
Arrivederci. Did you find the exit? Uncle Tony, just look for the sign that says Uscita.
I can't see it. There's just one saying, Ingres dell'aeroporto.
Ingreso? I thought you were still inside.
I thought that too. Maybe I walked for too long.
Okay, look for an orange totem. It's the bus station.
Stazione degli autobus. Could it be this one?
Yes. Now you have to wait for the bus that says Stazione Centrale di Prato.
What's Prato?
It's the city we're in.
Oh, a bus is coming this way.
What does the inscription on the facade say?
It says Ospedale Maggiore. Is that the right one?
What? No, you're on the wrong side of the street. Ospedale Maggiore is on the opposite side of the city.
Okay, I'm crossing the road.
Uncle Tony, are you still there?
Yes, Jimmy. I found another orange thing.
Okay, it should report the buses that will pass from there.
It says Ricorda di usare francobolli validi.
What? Are you sure that's a bus station?
Doesn't posta mean wait here?
No, it means mailbox. That's not a station. È una buca delle lettere.
Oh, a bus has just passed in front of me. Stazione Centrale.
Take it.
Oh no, now it says Deposito degli autobus.
Dad, I'm helping Uncle Tony too. No, I can't do it. He's just okay.
Buongiorno ragazzi!
Buongiorno, Signora Bianca.
This will be our last lesson for this course. And pay attention because this argument is very important for you. Today, we will learn how to ask and give directions.
Finally! I always want to be useful, but I couldn't until today.
That sounds so tragic.
Come posso arrivare a scuola?
Follow me.
This is not valid for our lesson. First of all, let's see the 4 fundamental directions we can follow. A destra, a sinistra, diritto, indietro.
What's this?
It's right, left.
Straight and back. So we can basically say vai a destra, vai a sinistra, vai diritto, torna indietro. Remember to use the imperative tense.
Oh no, a new tense!
Don't worry, it's pretty easy. Just memorize the particular conjugation of andare.
Io vado, tu vai.
Yes, that's quite the same. Just in the imperative tense, we don't use the article.
Can't I just learn the second person conjugations? We will use just those, right?
Well, yes, they're the most used with the imperative. Vai, andate. Let's have some examples. It will be easier. Scusi, c'è un bar qui?
Yes, there's Baya's bar.
Try to give the indication, James.
Okay. Vai a sinistra. Vai diritto.
È lontano?
I don't know.
You can answer telling me how many minutes it will take to me.
I think 10 minuti.
Great! Now, let's try to give indications using the relativity to other places. Friends, where is the hospital here in Prato?
A destra.
Use some other important place to indicate it.
È vicino al parco.
È davanti, to be precise.
Yes, it's true. L'ospedale è proprio di fronte al parco.
What does proprio mean?
You can use it to translate just. It's just in front of the park. Now, imagine getting out of this building. What if I ask you, dov'è l'albero della stazione?
I have no idea.
Inoit. È a sinistra e poi dritto.
Tell me in a more formal way.
Vai a sinistra e poi dritto per 5 minuti. I think.
Good! If you need to be more formal, you can use the subjunctive tense vada.
Is it like using lei instead of tu?
Esatto! Vai tu. Vada lei. Well, you really need to exercise a lot on this argument to become good citizens. See you in the next course, guys. Arrivederci! Buona vacanza!
Grazie, anche a lei.
Ciao, Giovanato.
Salve.
Come arrivo al municipio.
Oh, the town hall. I don't know if I'm able to.
Sorry, I can ask someone else. Arrivederci.
No, wait. I can do it. I can give you indications.
Are you sure? It is really important, so.
Trust me, I know the city like my city. So, il municipio. We are in Piazza del Popolo.
Yes, I know.
Il municipio è accanto a Piazza Verdi.
Okay, how do I get there?
Vada dritto.
For which of those streets?
Via del Pordono. This one. Vada dritto. Arriva alla Piazza del Mercato.
The one with the bus station.
Exactly. Then, standing in front of the bus station.
The stop towards the hospital or the stop towards the airport?
Let me think. North, east. The stop towards the airport. So while you stand in front of that bus stop, watch towards that little park.
Which park?
Parco Bellini. Watching Parco Bellini. Vada a destra e poi subito a sinistra.
That's all.
No, going this way, you will arrive at Piazza Verdi. Da lì vada a sinistra.
And there I will find Town Hall.
Yes, it's a barrack-style building with flags on the balconies.
Grazie mille, Giovanato.
It's great to help people find places.
Buona serata.
Buona serata a lei.